Hello guys, good evening to you all, welcome to the stream. And very first thing, Madnath, actually, yes, I did get the ring, thank you very much. It was actually going to be the very first thing I was going to talk about here. Thank you so much. So Madnath was kind enough to send me a ring that illuminates like it would be like a lantern, and I never have to worry about having a lantern or a torch or anything at all after that, or from now on. So thank you very much, Madnath. That was very kind of you. And I've been meaning to actually, I have a little project underway to send you something back, but I don't want to talk about it quite yet. I have to find some things out first. And welcome to the stream, guys. Demuzi, Fim, Du Jensen, Mr. Laggy, Gareth Drengi, and of course Madnath, and we also have Holly Dragon. Hello, nice to see you again. And all the rest of you, I saw there's several of you lurking, and actually I saw NSA in there as well. It's been a long time since I've seen him around. Oh, Mr. Bloody Drongo, my goodness, 1 year. No, hold on. 11 months. 11 months. Nearly 1 year, yes. My goodness, thank you so much for the support all this time, Bloody Drongo. I appreciate it so much. And you're just popping by for a small moment, but you know, even the small moments of you popping by are always lovely. And I and I actually yesterday I started watching that VOD from the whole the Wurm stream you had last week, and yeah, I was glad to see that like people weren't as hysterical in your stream as they were on the forum post. So for those who don't know what I'm talking about, well, Wurm has been under has been owned by Rolf and Code Club for all these years, and he now sold the majority of the shares to a Swedish company. And so people, of course, were, you know, really like panicked about that. What does it mean? Is it scary? Is it the end of Wurm? And people have been, of course, talking about it on the stream a lot. I mean, sorry, on the forums a lot. And Bloody Drongo was also talking about it in his stream last Wednesday. Now, personally, my feelings are that what Wurm has always needed is that it's very much been sort of like it's felt like it's kind of this like hobbyist project on some level. It hasn't had that sort of like professional finesse that you would kind of need to sort of take it to the next level. And I'm not saying that Wurm is ever going to be or needs to be an AAA, you know, level title. That's just never going to happen. However, I think that sort of hobbyist indie feeling of it has been so strong that it might have given a feeling of insecurity for a lot of people playing the game, you know, like, you know, who's handling this? I'm not saying Rolf handled things badly, not at all, for a sort of one-man show, you know, in that regard, as far as management goes. I mean, I think he's done a wonderful job, but you know, there's only so much one person can do, right? So I'm personally like super excited to see what this brings, and like I said on my forum post, and like you also said, Drongo, you know, if a company is willing to dish out, you know, hundreds of thousands of dollars for Wurm, to own Wurm, it's, first of all, they see, you know, they see that this is a valuable investment. They see promise, and they see a promise in the game. They see a possibility to actually make things work and make things thrive and succeed. So that's, you know, a promising like thing right there. Next of all, you know, once now they've bought it, or they have the majority of the shares, you know, it's not like they're just going to just leave it there and let it, slowly die away. No, on the contrary, you would think that if they're business people, they want to make sure that Wurm succeeds, and if Rolf is going to be this kind of what was the title again? I forget now. Not like, but this kind of advisor, kind of. Oh gosh, the word is right on the tip of my tongue. But if he's going to be that kind of person, he will be able to communicate and make sure that they understand what makes Wurm special and what kinds of things would actually ruin and kill the game. And so you guys, so it's good that he's still going to be involved somehow, because if anyone truly understands the charm and the whole sort of heart of the game, that would be Rolf, right? So yeah, I'm excited. I'm pretty sure that they're going to put some things into place to make sure that the game stays stable, and possibly, in the sort of dream scenario, they would actually look to expanding the team so that the team can actually make the game better. I mean, it's such a small team right now. And also they will probably put some funds into marketing. I'm hoping, at least. I don't know, of course. We'll see what things happen, but my personal feeling is it's all good. It's actually great from my perspective, but not everyone sees it that way. And I understand the sort of automatic reaction, this kind of rebellious reaction to such a thing. But, having worked in the game industry, I've sort of seen what you can and what you can't do with a small team. So I think it's a good thing. Let me just see what you guys are saying. And today, by the way, just before I look at your guys' chat, so today is our second Wurm Roulette adventure. And any moment now, we are going to choose another random location here from this little map here. But before we press the button, let me just check what you guys are saying. Oh, no, Madnath. It's not going to be... I can't even make anything flashy. It's going to be more on the side of humor. I just need to find some things out first. NSA. Nope, you didn't see me. I did, NSA. I sneaky peeked from the list of people. I did. Oh gosh, I need to put on the Wurm Nightbot stuff, by the way. Hold on, let me just put that on. It's almost hilarious how I always forget this, and I have to do it the first thing when I start the stream. Okay, there we go. Oh, bloody Drongo. So Retro is going to be on your Wurm Wednesday stream tomorrow. So I mean, everyone here probably already knows, but in case there's somebody who doesn't know, bloody Drongo is just the most entertaining, funny, tear-inducing, from all the laughs, tear-inducing Wurm streamer that I know. And bloody Drongo streams Wurm every single Wednesday. And so you're going to have Retro, the community manager. I always forget his official title. But yeah, the community manager of Wurm is going to be on your stream tomorrow for a Q&A for all of this stuff. I love it. I'm going to make sure I see that. I'm going to make sure I'm there for sure. Yeah, that sounds amazing. I'm sure it's just exactly what the community needs right now. Madnath, will Retro be reading some sexy hot roleplay from Fabricant? And Madnath, your thoughts on it? They've paid good money for this, and fingers crossed they keep as hands-off as has been said. You think your only concern is if the game doesn't pull in money like they hoped, and then they start dabbling in order to... Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. That could, of course, happen in order to get some cash back, yeah. I mean, it's not like... of course, I have no idea what kind of money Wurm makes in 1 month. It's probably not very much, though. So it could be that they might, you know, amp things up. I don't know. But, like, if they do that... Like, I don't know how you guys feel about a cash shop. Like, if there was a Wurm cash shop that sold only, like, what's the word? You know, like decorations and stuff that doesn't actually impact, you know, gameplay per se, I personally would have no problem with that. It would probably make a lot of money. At least that's the huge money maker for Ultima Online, as far as I know. Yes, exactly. Hopefully it does breathe some new life and motivation into things behind the scenes. I hope so. Bloody Drongo. And hello, Vergent. Nice to see you again. Oh my goodness, yes, mirrors. I mean, totally, Vergent. I could finally change my... I know some of you already know this, but for those who don't, like back when I created one of my new alts, and I called my alt Brambleen. It was meant to be a female character, but I didn't notice that the gender selection was in the, you know, in the initial website. I thought that would be like once you got into the game, but it was actually there and I missed it. So it became a male character called Brambleen. And I've always, you know, I've always wanted to change it, of course, to a female. Yeah, there's lots of things you could do, Madnath. Indeed, indeed. I'm sure there are. I think they made them untradeable at some point, Vergent. I do know that they used to be, as long as it was put into some kind of container. I think it was that if you put it into like a backpack or a pouch or something, then you could trade it. But then they, I think they shut that down. Yeah. Anyhow, guys, where are we going to go today? So for those who don't know what this Wurm Roulette thing is, I've set up this kind of map, and when you press the button here, it will choose a random location within all the Wurm, like PvE servers. And last time, we ended up here on Deliverance, right around there, and it was a rather easy trip, so we'll see where it goes today. And so let's just get going then. So 3, 2, 1, pick destination. Aha, celebration. And that is relatively close to where I first started off. So when I first started on Wurm Online, almost 6 years ago, I started right in that starter town, and then I walked along this shoreline here, and then I think I set up my little house. I set up right there. I've never seen this spot though. I think the only places here on Celebration that I've seen are the shorelines of this bay, and then there was an island. Which island was it? Was it this island possibly? I can't remember now. No. Was it that? That was the island right there. Yes. That's where I set up my very first deed, right there. Okay, so we're off to Celebration then, and we might as well also check out... gosh, I always forget the name of that bloody place. Let's just take a screenshot of this and then put that into the stream. See if we can get a little bit of the name there, Celebration, so we can at least, so it doesn't look like we're going to Independence. It's right about there. We're just going to save that. put that, enable that in the stream. There we go. Good. And let's just set sail. I have everything prepared this time. Last time we used about an hour of the stream to actually get prepared, but now I have everything good to go. We have a horse here in the Nar. We have some food, we have some water, we have some booze. I have my handy dandy ring that Madnath gave me, so I don't even have to worry about the lighting. Let's plot our course to celebration. Oh yes, and what I meant to say was that when I was saying that I always forget the name, we shall, since we're going all the way to celebration, we also need to go and check out Tap Dance, which Madnath and Fabricant, or was it, I guess Madnath, you also helped Fabricant, right? It was the two of you overhauling Tap Dance, right? But I always forget the name of that town. I have no idea why. It's just really hard for me to remember, but we shall check that out as well. NSA, you think so? That the CEO of Game Chest is probably a disgruntled, betrayed, banned old worm player who now has decided to buy the game to shut it down and finally have total revenge. Oh my gosh. Well, I hope that's not the case. And hello, the Ascorbit. Welcome to the stream. I don't think I've seen you here before. At least, I don't think you've... If you have been here before, you haven't chatted, because I think I'd remember your name. Yeah, welcome. So you're saying that Wurm makes roughly 16,000 euros a month currently from premium players, which is not a lot if you think about server expenses and more. So is that how much Wurm makes a month? Seriously, that's such a tiny amount of money. That's crazy tiny. And Madnath, you're saying that they've said server costs aren't actually that high, and judging from Xanadu performance, it's believable. And Madnath, you're saying, oh, that spot is pretty close to the Misfits hunting deed in the middle of the desert. I don't know anything about that. I haven't even heard of it. Did someone say booze? Yeah. I take some booze with me in case I have to do some climbing and lose stamina. Okay, thanks so much for stopping by, Vergent. You have a good sleep, and I will talk to you later. Yeah, I thought so, Madnath. That's right. Hello, Fabricants. Yeah, we're gonna come and... Well, we'll go and see, of course, the destination today, but then we're gonna go and see Tap Dance and see what you guys actually did there. I do remember that, Madnath. I do. That was, of course, before you guys overhauled the place, right? Yeah. Yeah, and the champagne bottle, you know, we had a little bit of champagne left over from that trip, and I could have sworn I put it into a good, secure place for when I wanted to do the maiden voyage of my caravel, but I don't know what happened to it. I wonder if it just decayed away. So I have a very important question here. This is a burning question that I've had for some time now. So, Fabricant, can you tell me, the one who does the farting sounds whenever you stream, is that Madnath doing that? Fabricant is thinking to myself, it was totally Madnath? Okay, good. That's good because it helps me with my secret plans then. What's the weather like right now? Let's see what the speed of the wind is. So for anyone who's new to Wurm, you can put in a command called /weather and you can see what direction. Oh, you know what, guys? My UI. I have this small UI. So, you know what we have to do? Hold on. Okay, we're just going to restart the client actually. I have to start in I have a different setting for when I'm streaming and I forgot to use that one this time, which has the higher graphics and it has larger text. So let's actually use not the default but the high. Then you guys can actually see the menus as well. There we go. And of course, now when I'm actually writing in the command, then you guys can see it as well if there's anyone new to Wurm. So just /weather. It says a light breeze is coming from the west. Okay. Oh, hold on. No. Yeah, never mind. And the sailing vessel, the Misty Maiden, is on a course for celebration. Okay, we're all good to go. And I wonder, I'm just noticing actually that the target window, when you use a higher text, it actually makes this element larger and also kind of blurry. See how blurry that is in comparison? Because it like just zooms it in. I guess it must be, so they must have done that so that the text would actually fit into that spot. Looks pretty bad though. I hope they fix that at some point. I wonder what the situation is with UI. Was it just like UX changes, or did they decide to do any visual changes to the UI? I wonder. Like, do they have anything planned for that? Hello, Draco. Happy fall to you as well. NSA. How are you doing, by the way, NSA? It's been a while. Unless you've been lurking and I just haven't noticed you. And NSA, you would have been very, very proud of me when I was playing WoW Classic. I have been making these spy glasses over in WoW Classic as well, and spying on people. Yeah, about Jackal Fabricant. So you're saying it's been just regrinding skills, not good stream content. So Fab, how are you guys enjoying Jackal still? Like I myself, I haven't even visited it yet. I don't really have the interest to go over there because I just feel like I have my hands full already with all the stuff I just want to do normally on Wurm. So I think it's like great for older players who have sort of been there, done that, done everything they sort of want to do, and they need like new content. But even though I've been playing the game for almost 6 years, I still feel guys like I'm only just getting started with all the stuff that I want to do, which is a pretty amazing thing. I mean, what MMO could you say that about, right? After playing several years, that you're just getting started. Oh, Du Jensen, no! 3 months to Christmas. How did the time go so fast? Oh my gosh. Oh, so were they considering Madnath doing like a Wurm Online Steam release? And that Rolf couldn't imagine doing such a thing before a UI overhaul. Yeah. Yeah, like, you know, personally, I mean, it's not the prettiest UI, and it could certainly do with some polish. But I personally don't have a huge problem with it. Of course, now it looks super ugly because we have huge text, so everything kind of looks out of place, and the sizing of everything is sort of mismatched so that it would support the text size. But the fact that you need a lot of small tiny details for actually playing Wurm, and by that I just mean, for instance, you open your inventory and you have this huge list of like you could literally have like tons and tons and tons of things here. And I'm just trying to imagine. The thing is that what I like about the current UI is that it doesn't waste too much space for the stuff that doesn't matter so much. So all the edges and everything are very sort of subtle. That it only reserves space from the stuff that's actually like super important to see. Whereas like beautiful UIs, you can have very gorgeous UIs, but a lot of times they will take up a lot of sort of extra space as well to make it look pretty. But then for a game like Wurm, where we actually need to have a lot of space for all the little nitty-gritty little details, I just don't know how it would work together. I mean, I'm a game UI artist myself, and I've been dabbling with the idea of like testing out to see like what Wurm could look like if it was just reskinned, maybe slightly adjusted, but it's, you know, UI visual design is just a huge amount of work, and I didn't want to do that just, you know, just for the fun of it, invest so much time into it. And Fabricant, how is Jackal? Well, you haven't been able to stop crying since you warped over, so it's been pretty good so far. Crying? So how come you've been crying, Fabricant? Yeah, the scaling, definitely, ascorbic, yeah. Definitely we can even just see from the UI here that the scaling is definitely not working very nicely, is it? Everything, all the sizes are mismatched here. It's just basically like they've just done the bare bones minimum just to make sure that the text actually fits into those elements. And for sure, like I also have a very large monitor, so a lot of these, these would be a little bit too small for my resolution. Or you guys can't see it, but I'm talking about like these types of elements. And you know, now you look at this and this together, for instance, and it looks pretty ridiculous. Like the size differences of all of these, like it definitely does need some like work and help there. And Fabricant, the regrind is horrible, but that's the point of it all. Yeah, I guess that sort of like feeling of starting fresh is exciting. I can totally get that for sure. But you're not part of any super group which has like one person dedicated to each skill. Ah, yeah, so there's like groups actually doing that, or is there? That's a pretty smart way to go about it for sure. NSA, you're proud of me. You go, KatsPurr. You've been here and there. Sometimes you lurk, but most of the streams you don't match your schedule. Oh, I see. I see. And Madnath, I'll pay you 100 euros to fix the K on the in-game map. The K? Hold on. K. The K? What are you talking about? The K. Hello, Coffee. Nice to see you, as always. Welcome to the stream. And you're going to be, Coffee, aren't you going to be streaming some Wurm today as well? So guys, Coffee, he played a little bit of Wurm Unlimited back in the day. And now he started playing Wurm Online. He started a deed on independence. And I've been watching his streams, and Coffee is such a lovely, lovely guy. I am so glad we have a player like that in Wurm, just the kind of people we need for this game. Such a sweet, lovely guy. Let me just do a little shout out for Coffee. So Wurmians, go and follow Coffee if you want a nice, friendly, relaxing stream, and to watch a newbie get started. Hello there, Fira Locky. Welcome to the stream. You're a new player to Wurm. Well, welcome to the game. My goodness, what server did you start off in? And how did you first find out about Wurm? Ah, Escorbic. The land rush for Xanadu was a lot of fun, but it caused serious damage by splintering the community. That's an interesting point, Ascorbic. I mean, at that point when Xanadu came out, I had a deed on independence, and originally I was just like, I can't be bothered with this Xanadu hype. I'm very happy with my deed here. I'm not going to be rolling a character there. I'm not going to be moving there. I'm quite happy where I am. And this happens every single time there's some kind of hype about something, guys. I'm this sort of rebel who defiantly refuses to get on the hype train, and then at the last minute I decide that I don't want to miss out, and so even though I wasn't planning to, I actually rolled a character on the first day of Xanadu, and I sort of made this decision that, okay, I'll see if I can get an island. If I can, then I'll move here. And if I don't get an island, then, you know, to hell with it. I'll just stay on independence. But I for the first couple of days, I made a rowboat, and then I went sailing around the entire continent, and I found the island that I have, and so the rest is history. Now I live on Xanadu and have been here ever since. But that's a really interesting point, Ascorbic. I haven't really thought about that, like how the community was splintered from Xanadu, and you know, even Xanadu in itself being so huge, even if all the players were on Xanadu, they'd still be very splintered, wouldn't they? Because it's just so gigantic. So, Madnath, compare the K to the H. The K to the H. Oh, do you mean here? Hold on. H? Oh my gosh. You're so right, Madnath. Absolutely. Let's just, oh, you can't actually zoom in the letter. Oh, hold on. Absolutely correct. This is what you're talking about, right? That they're so similar looking. Yeah, it's just of course a problem because of the font design, but they should have modified it definitely to be a bit more different. Oh my gosh, absolutely, you're absolutely right about that. And you got your first full coffee. Nice. So what did you get? Is it what color and what gender? What was the name? And breeding animals is super fun in Wurm, that's for sure. Man, this is taking forever. We haven't even reached the edge of the server. Do I have my... I do have, like, auto run on. Yes, I do. Okay. So, you know how that sometimes happens, guys, when you're sailing in Wurm, and you thought you had, like, auto run turned on, and then you realize that, oh, shit, I didn't have it turned on, and that's why you've been going at such a snail pace, but that's not the case. We're just sort of going against the wind, I guess, even though the wind is supposed to be coming from the west. Of course, I could just turn this a little bit. No, actually into this direction. Let me just check the weather again. Yes, west. So if I turn towards the east a little bit, maybe it will speed things up just slightly. Ah, I see, coffee, I see. Yeah, so anyhow, Fira Lucky, I would love to hear all about you and how your adventures have started in Wurm. I always find it super fascinating to talk to new Wurm players because, you know, Wurm is such a unknown MMO. So it's always really exciting to hear how, like, new players have gotten to found the game and how they've started off. Hello, Johnny Dowie. Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you again. Oh, there we go. And man, this like server crossing is always so clumsy, isn't it? And it looks like I'm disembarked, but I'm not, actually not. You know what I've never tried to do is just... Yeah, okay. Let's just disembark and embark again so it properly updates the visual. Okay, so now we are in celebration, and let's just have a look-see here. So we've arrived probably somewhere around there, I'm guessing, so we're just gonna have to go a little bit to the west, and then actually hold on, let me just look at this map again. Actually, the spot is right above that lake over there. You know what we will probably do instead? Maybe we should sail over. I wonder if that spot has a canal. So celebration people, does this spot have a canal right here? So that I could sail down through here and down through here and then maybe go into this bay over here. Anyhow, let's get going to the right direction to start off with, at least. And Johnny Dowie, you live at L17 to 18. L17 to 18. Right, well, Johnny, you were of course not here a bit earlier, but I was just telling people that when I first started playing Wurm, I actually, the very first place I built a house was right there. So Johnny, how long have you actually been in this area? And hello, Cash Twitch. I am doing absolutely fantastic, thanks. How are you doing today? And for those just arriving to the stream, so what we did today was we picked a random location to go to sail to and go and explore, and we ended up the random map marker ended up on this spot you see in the lower right, so that's where we're headed. I have no idea what it looks like over there, but we're gonna go sail over there and see how it looks. Oh, you live in a huge cage, Johnny. And Feral, your experience with Wurm as a beginner has been absolutely amazing. You're on Xanadu and pretty quick got in touch with a very nice woman who invited me to join her village, and she has been so helpful with guidance, etc. That's nice to hear, Feral. Very, very nice. And so how did you first hear about Wurm? Because it's not exactly advertised so much, is it? And you're doing okay? That's good to hear, Cash. Right, Johnny. So you have been there for 7 years, which means that we used to be neighbors. We actually used to be neighbors. I can show you guys. And now, like the last time I was actually showing these newbie screenshots, I didn't have the display working properly for the stream. I was showing the game and I didn't even realize. So let's just go through those very quickly. So my beginnings on Wurm, and I know some of you have already seen these, but let's just have a quick look through these. So my very first screenshots from Wurm. So it all started with a guy that I had met in Guild Wars 2. He was telling me about Wurm and he offered to show me his deed. And that's actually not the guy. Oh, yeah, it is the guy. Yeah, this guy. And he sailed me over to his deed, and I just fell in love with the game immediately just from sailing. And he was showing me how you can chop down trees, you can ride on carts, and he was like giving me an axe or a hatchet to do these things, and I was like just amazed. And then but I wanted to start a new secret character that he wouldn't know about. So I actually logged off pretty soon after that, because I think he was dreaming for me to actually join his village. So I wasn't interested in doing that at all myself. I wanted to start off completely like on my own, start from scratch with no help from anyone. So then I started my character on tap dance, and then this is actually my journey after. This is like literally half an hour after logging in with Malena, and trying to find a nice spot to build a house on. So at this spot, I'm actually hold on. Let's look at the map here. At that spot, I would probably be somewhere around here. So there's tap dance where the new players start off. Let's just zoom in a bit. Hold on. So there's the starter town. So I started walking along this edge here. And this is probably somewhere around there. Those mountains that you see there are probably these ones, I would assume. And this is along the same way. And I'm just taking screenshots. I mean, even seeing a house like that was amazing to me, guys. Like, imagine, for old Wurmians, there's absolutely nothing special about this picture whatsoever. But you can imagine for a new player, oh my gosh, that person has made a house. Take a screenshot, you know, like it's like there's nothing special about these whatsoever. But I was just amazed, and I think I was amazed at seeing these monsters here, these giant spiders, and so I took a screenshot of that. And that again would have been, so there's some step there. So could it possibly be maybe that area or possibly this area? Because my journey went along here all the way down and up to this point. And then I saw a unicorn and I was like, what? This game has unicorns? Take a screenshot. And then I was amazed to see that people could actually breed animals in the game, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. I want to breed horses as well someday. And that spot right there probably was around here, maybe, I think. And then I started building my first home. Is this in the order of date? Sort by date, yes. Started building my first home, and so this spot right here is right on the tip. Right there, I do believe. And somebody had left a rope thingy behind. I had no idea what the hell that thing was. I just, at that point, I still left it there, but I did snatch it with me later on, and just starting to get the first house together. I was so proud of myself. And this is now, like, so after that guy had shown me his deed, as I was saying, I logged off. I started a new character, which was Malena, and I played the game all night long. And in about 7 hours, I had gotten to this point that I was able to build. Well, this would have been probably maybe 5 hours into the game, 4 or 5 hours, as I started to build the house. And I just documented the whole process because I was just so proud of myself. I was so amazed and so proud of myself. And then finally, after, yeah, this would have been it. So I think I got to this point after 7 hours, and I finally had to go to sleep because I hadn't slept all night long at all. And just look how bad the graphics look back then, guys, without the shadows. I mean, how pretty the game is these days in comparison, right? And yeah, and then this would have probably been the next day. I think I met the guy who lived. He had a deed on that little peninsula, and he was showing me the mine, I think. And then I was building a floor. I was so proud of that. And just getting everything together, and it was so, and there was a lighthouse over there, and that lighthouse, I'm not sure if it's still there or not, but that lighthouse would have been, oh, thank you for the follow, Agent 1667. That lighthouse would probably, could it possibly be on that little island, maybe? Because the view would have been to this area. Oh, thank you so much for the subscription, Agent. Very much appreciated. Yeah, I wonder if that lighthouse was on this little dot here. And the view from this window, I mean, just I was amazed by the view in general at nighttime. It was so cozy to be in my little 1x1 house on the first day. Oh, that would have been the second day by that time, yeah. Then I built a forge, and I mined in a little tunnel there to get some iron. I was so proud. But yeah, anyhow, yeah, where are we now actually? So if we look at the map, just so we don't get lost, so now we're probably somewhere here. We can, now that the sun is actually coming up, hold on. Let me just look at that map again. Yeah, there's some kind of bay right there. I'm assuming that that's that thing right there. Or am I actually already... Have I already come to this point? Let me just check my directions here. Hold on. Let me just check the compass. So reading south. So that would be south. This would be east. There's a mountain over there. I'm assuming that that thing right there is this. That we've already come to this area, haven't we? Okay, well, we're gonna keep on heading down in any case, because the plan is for me to sail all the way over here, and I'm not sure if I missed anyone saying whether or not this was a canal or not. I'm gonna have to scroll back the chat and see. And Cash, yes, you can absolutely make your... Okay, Cash, not only can you make your own house, I mean, you can make your own house wall by wall, floor by floor. For instance, you can just see this house off into the distance here. We're not close enough to see that. Oh, there's another house up there. So it's one wall at a time, and you can decide what materials you want for those walls, like what types of walls they are. Do they have windows? Are they brick? Are they wood? And so forth. Not only can you build your own house, but you can build several houses on the land you own. And also, you can just build on wild land as well. The only problem with building on wild land is that you have to then repair your house. But not only can you build your own house, but you can build your own town, or even your own city. Or why not just build an entire kingdom? You can absolutely do that with just one account. With just one account, you can do that. And Fear Lucky, and you're saying, true, it's not advertised much. You actually learned about Wurm years ago, and you believe you tried it out a couple of years ago, but back then it felt so complicated and the guides weren't that great. So you kind of just gave up back then, and then you recently saw someone stream and figured you'd give it another go again. I see. But this time, be patient and take your time to learn it. Yes, absolutely, Feral. That's the best way to go. Now, the good thing is, Feral, that there's just like some basic things you need to understand about how to play the game. And once you understand those, the rest of the game is like super easy because everything sort of follows those same rules in a way. So for a lot of people, movement of your character is a bit strange in the beginning. It's strange to figure out how to terraform the land to get some flat tiles. It's strange to get used to like how to use things, by double clicking items to make them like activated. That confuses a lot of people because of course a lot of people assume that, if I want to use a hammer, I would put the hammer into my character window, for instance, that I have to have it in my hand. When all you have to have is double-clicked and activated to use it, actually. So those kinds of things do confuse a lot of people. I've noticed at least newbies sort of stumble on those things a lot. Garrus Drangy, yeah. I've come a long way since those first days. For sure, I would have never imagined, Garrus Drangy, that still 5, almost 6 years along, I would still be playing the game and I would have my own island at that point. And Agent, you were saying hello. It's good to see people streaming Wurm. So Agent, I'm guessing you're a Wurm player as well? And do you play Wurm Unlimited or Wurm Online? And what server are you on? And Feral, about wishing that the map would show your location, that it feels that way when you first start in Wurm. It does feel that way. Oh, you rarely see an anaconda, guys, in the water, actually. I knew that anacondas could swim, but this could literally be the first time I've actually seen an anaconda in the water. So, yeah, what I was going to say, Feral, is that in the beginning, it does feel like that because, you're struggling with trying to learn how to play the game and everything feels so hard. But believe me, oh, and there's a dolphin, guys. Believe me, at some point you will start to really appreciate that the game, that you have to actually look at the sort of landmarks to navigate. That is going to make it so much fun. I cannot count, Feral, I cannot count how many times I've gotten completely lost when I've gone exploring and just had the best time ever. Just had the best time running into a whole bunch of adventures that way. It would totally be, that kind of experience would totally be lost if we would be able to see a marker on the map of where we are. And Feral, something, so you're on Xanadu as well. So do you know about the Xanadu community map? Because what you can do is, if you get lost, you can simply try and find the nearest deed, and then you can check the community map to see where that deed is. Let me see if I can just find it for you. Hold on. Xanadu community map. So that is right there. So check that out if you haven't seen it yet. And there you can look up the different deeds. Not every single deed is going to be there, but it will certainly help. It will really help you in a lot of situations to, if you're super lost, to check like where you actually are, like what deed is close by. And also, Feral, another thing is if you bump into the highways, you can also just use the highway to get to wherever you're going, you know, by choosing a location, a destination that you want to go to. Let's just check where we actually are now. So we've come, if that indeed was I'm not sure now. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out now, like, okay, we see a whole bunch of mountains over there, which surely must be those ones right there. And then there's some huge round island and some tiny island. I'm wondering if this tiny island right here is possibly this castle. Could it be this castle right here? Then the next batch would have to be I'm not quite sure now, guys. But it's all part of the fun. And by the way, just as a reminder, part of the fun of this this whole expedition that we're doing is for me to try and figure out on my own, alone, where I'm going. So for those of you who live on Celebration, please don't help me. Let me try and figure it out, and we'll see if I'm able to like navigate my way there. That is quite a castle. That is quite an island there. Let's just go and have a little bit of a closer look. And Cash, for you, when you were asking can you build your own house, you can absolutely do that. And any buildings that we're looking at today are most of them are going to actually be player created. So this is one player's, most likely one player's little island here. This looks pretty fantastic. Should we go and have a little bit of a closer look? Let's go see this place actually. I love this little like this little entry point actually. This is really nice. They've actually done something that I've wanted to do a lot, which is make a kind of like medieval kind of like little bridge area with crisscrossing bridges, like you see in a lot of medieval towns. Although they've used these rope bridges, and personally when I get around to doing that someday, I'm probably gonna be using just the stone bridges myself. This looks really cool. You enter Norket. Okay. Now, I wonder... Oh, it goes all the way through. Fantastic. What a fantastic little place. Love it. And hello, Wolfmare. Nice to see you. And you were saying that there looks to be a canal there on the community map of Celebration. Is there? Okay, excellent. And you did have the community map. Okay, Feral. Good, good, good. Yeah, it does help, doesn't it? And Coffee, you also were saying that getting lost is part of the experience. It's great when you start knowing where you are in relation to things. Yeah. And Cash, yes, the game is absolutely free. Now, Cash, the skills in Wurm work so you don't level up a character. Instead, you gain skills. So, for instance, my skills. So this is how many skills there are, and they all go from. They start off at 0 and they go all the way up to 100. So you can learn literally all of them with one character, except there's some exceptions with the priest stuff. But you can just see like how many skills there are, and here you can also see like what kind of numbers I have myself. And this is after playing the game for nearly 6 years, so it takes a lot of time to get the skills up. And what's my digging at now, actually? I'm supposed to have 99 something something. Where the heck was digging? Digging. 99.07, guys. That's going to be my first skill that I actually get all the way up to 100. So, yeah, this looks like it could very well be... It looks like it could be this round thing right here. So let's actually go in here and see if we can find a canal. And see if I'm on the right track or not. And that looks... the water goes in over there. So it could be that I'm still actually up here. Well, I know what we'll do. We'll go and... I have a feeling now that actually this... no, I'm not sure. Yeah, this could be this round thing over here, couldn't it? Well, let's just sail over here. We're going in the general direction. If I am... I think that was the castle over there. That must be that one. And that must be this thing. And there's the waterway that goes through over there. I think I'm on the right track. And then this thing over here is this big round area, I think. I think I'm on the right track. And those mountains would be the ones that we see over here. Yeah, and as I meant to say also about the skills, so the Ascorbic was saying that the 20 level cap, so you can take your skills up to level 20 in the free, if you play just as a free player. If you want to take your skills over 20, you have to pay premium for your character. But you can absolutely like... You could absolutely like play the game for free if you're happy with like the 20 skill cap. So if you wanted to like play in a sort of like restricted way, I mean, I've been dabbling with the idea of actually doing that just for fun, to have a character that's only up till 20 and she lives her best life that she can with those skills, like with that restriction. That might be a fun challenge. A level 20, so if your character is under level 20, they can sail a rowboat and they can ride cows, but they can't ride horses, and they cannot sail the larger ships like the one that we're on right now. However, if you do get your like body skills over, so by body skills I mean, so for you to be able to like ride horses, you have to have, what was it? Was it body control? I think it's body control that you need to have to ride horses. It was like over 20 that you have to have. But anyhow, these characteristics, these like stats, if you get them over 20 while you're premium and then you stop the premium, the body stats stay actually. So even if you were to stop paying for premium, you could still then ride horses and then sail like large ships if you manage to get your skills over 20 to the right points. Sorry, I'm a little bit distracted here because I'm just noticing this beautiful marble castle over here. My goodness. Now, isn't that pretty? I mean, I hate the marble texture that we have. I wish it was wish it was matching the marble bridges, because I love the texture on the marble bridges. I just don't understand why they didn't make it consistent with marble bridges and it's instead this weird tile. You see the difference, guys. I mean, we've looked at this before in my previous streams, but let me just vent once more. Let's just go and have a look at this place actually. Let me just moor the ship here quickly next to Titch. So what I'm talking about, oh, let me just drink up as well. I seem to be a bit parched. There we go. So what I mean is, you see this nice texture that we have on the bridges? And then you look at the texture of the building. Why did they use a different texture? It's a darker one. It's a different like style than the bridges, and it just like right now it looks kind of okay still, but during the day especially it really stands out that it's mismatched. I wonder if like from this direction you could see it better. You see how much darker that is? I don't understand why they didn't make it identical. And here's the thing, that in Wurm Unlimited I wanted to see whether you could actually texture like I changed the texture on the buildings to this one and it worked absolutely beautifully. And you can actually see that. Let me just show you guys. It's in one of my Wurm videos actually. Thank you so much for the follow, Plague Juice. Welcome to the stream. And hello, Zevis. Nice to see you again. I'm gonna catch up with the chat any second here. So let me just find the one with that marble texture fixed to how I think it should be. I think it's in the New Yalm one. Yes, right here. And the castle is here. Okay. So check it out. Just put this on pause. So pay attention, guys. So here I've actually retextured the building walls with the bridge texture, okay? there's a spot where we sort of go over this little bridge in a moment, and it looks seamless. It all works together. So right here, hold on. So right here is a bridge, is a marble bridge, and you see how seamlessly it works together with the actual building? You wouldn't have even noticed that that's a bridge because it's all matching together perfectly. Same tone, same lightness, same texture. I don't understand why they didn't use the bridge texture for the building itself. I don't get it, guys. I don't get it. It annoys the hell out of me because I would love to build a marble palace in Wurm, like I did in Wurm Unlimited. But the texture just annoys me so much, it really does, that I don't want to even do it. Because I just know how much prettier it would look this way. And this is a video from my Ultima Nostalgia project where I've been remaking the Ultima Online map in Wurm Unlimited. Yeah, anyhow, enough of that. Let me just see if there's a spot here, hold on, like outside, because there's this little hedge garden. Oh, that's just showing the sandstone, actually. But you can see the castle, like, from outside, a little bit over there as well. Yeah, anyhow, vent mode turned off. If anyone wants to see that video, like, closer on their own, so now the sun is coming up and we can now see that difference here. Well, it's not, the sun is shining so brightly, like, or that there's deep shadows that we can't see them. We need to see the sun like completely on that so you could see the difference. But yeah, anyhow. Oh, here, you can see that quite well here. See that, guys? There's the bridge right there. And here's the normal like texture. And it's this sort of like square texture. And it just really stands out. It doesn't go well, it doesn't go seamlessly together. Yeah, I wish. Anyhow, let's have a little look around if we're able to. The sun is just coming up. It's the morning in Wurm. And yeah, it seems like all the doors are locked. So I can't really go in there. Anyhow, let's continue on our way because the doors are locked anyhow. So, but that looks like a really cool place. Really, really nicely done for whoever owns that place. Let me just catch up on the chat. I'll just get my boat sailing again. Oh, here is going to be a juicy spot to see the difference. We can already see it from this distance, guys. How different it looks. Like, I'm sure the person who made this marble bridge has also been like annoyed by the fact that the part that's supposed to connect the two bridges should look seamless, right? And then you can already see here from a distance that it's much darker. But this is just perfect for what we need. The sun is shining on it. And it really like stands out when the sun is like equally shining on this area. So it's not only the fact that the bridge is much lighter and brighter and more like marble. But also the tiling, it has this variation in it. You have these thinner like rows, and it's not just like square, 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 square. Like this one is just like these squares. It looks so different. This is more, somehow it feels like the bridge texture is much more refined. It's more elegant. It's more stylish, and it's just because it's... okay, I'm gonna stop now. But it annoys me so much, guys. It annoys the hell out of me. If I didn't make that already clear, I think it became more than clear once again. I'm just gonna keep on bitching about that forever, guys. Like, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to put up with me. It aggravates the hell out of me. Okay, so let me just get back to chat here. And Agent, you have played Wurm on Epic since 2011, and now you only play Wurm Unlimited, though. I see, I see. So, Agent, do you have your own server on Wurm Unlimited, or do you play on somebody else's server, or with some friends, or...? So Zevis, you're asking when Minecraft on stream? Oh, I don't think I'm gonna be playing Minecraft, Zevis. No. Why play Minecraft when you have Wurm, right? Who needs Minecraft when you have Wurm? And Zevis, Wurm Online and Wurm Unlimited are different games. They're like the game itself is pretty much identical, but Wurm Online is the MMO version, run by the Wurm team, and Wurm Unlimited is the standalone version where players themselves can have their own servers. So same game, but it's just like the other is an MMO, the other one is like player servers. Yeah, well, if I saw that thing about how the trees, the distant trees, is not going to be taken to Wurm Unlimited, and I saw Bidoo was quite upset about that. That does seem a little bit strange, I have to say. And thank you, Coffee, about the comment on the Ultima Nostalgia project. Madnath, I was suggesting about the marble. I was just seeing your comment here about you'd love to see how you could change it with a crowbar. I was actually suggesting when that marble wall first came out, I was suggesting that could we not have like, you know, a simple marble wall and in addition have the more refined one, like a fancy marble, that it would be just two different textures. Yeah, Johnny, I changed the texture for the chests because in Ultima Online they have these silvery chests, so I wanted to retexture them. So Cash, do I have a stream schedule? I have a rough one, just for myself privately, but I don't want to publish, at least at this point, I don't want to publish any kind of schedule just so that I don't put too much pressure on myself. Like for instance, on the weekend, I meant to be streaming Legends of Aria. I promised to stream it on Friday, and then I also promised on Sunday, but then like real life stuff came up. And it felt like if I would have had like an actual official schedule, I would have felt even more bad about having to like cancel those. So yeah, at least for now, I don't think I will set anything like that up. Exactly, Escorbig. Next to Marble Bridge, it looks just like square stone bricks. I figure I'll keep bitching. Maybe they'll change it. Yeah, a Scorbic. I did start I put it into the suggestions way back. Let me just see if I can actually find that. If it's still up there somewhere. Let's see. So if I Google Malena Marble Wurm, let's see if we can find bridge. Let's take off Malena from there. Word bridge texture. Oh, looks like somebody has actually complained about this. Chisco, any plans to update the bridge textures to match the marble buildings like the other bridges there, that their counterpart? Yes, would be nice. This kind of suggestion was made in 2017. Looks like I'm not the only one who was complaining. Marble textures. And Baloo was saying, I would like to suggest that one of the creative and overworked devs has a look at marble items to improve the textures and colors for consistency and variation of choices. There are 3 marble items here, bridge, wall, and marble slab paving. I totally agree. And I would like to see floors that had that same texture. And I also did that actually. So when we were looking at that video, guys, you might have noticed that I did actually change the floor texture of the marble as well. So let me just see if let's just open that once again. Just to have a very quick look at that. Hold on, where did I put it? So here, if you look at the floors, you will see that the floors match the floor of the bridge as well. So when we go inside of the palace, you see those floors? So it's all matching the bridge. Yeah. What a shame. What a shame. I'm trying to find the one that I made, though. I also made a complaint about this. Somebody's suggesting marble brick walls. That's probably before those were actually implemented. Let's see. Malena marble. Bridge. Let's try this one more time. Oh, what's going on? Looks like we crashed. Oh, we got a bear after us. Okay, let's just attack that. Yeah, I'm not finding it. I can't find it, guys, but I know I've made a suggestion post about that as well. But it was really cool to see actually that I'm not the only one that is bothered by that, that others as well feel the same way. And hello, Chabney. I saw you lurking there. I did see you. And you're saying pottery brick will always be the king of building textures. Huzzah. Oh, Zevis. When I say I see, you're thinking like icy. Yeah, I need to just get them finished. I do. I've been working on them though, Zevis. I have been working on them. It's just like there's so much taking my time. And Farrell, you were saying that you want this game to be ported over to Unreal Engine with true animation, action combat. It would look amazing. Yeah, I'm sure it would. And Wolfmare, you're saying Rolf started a discussion on Wurm on Steam. I'm going to have to check that later. I haven't seen that one. So we do actually have a canal here, guys. Now, hopefully this canal, hopefully we're right here right now. I mean, let's go through here and see. So, Mr. Laggy, we've arrived to the other server. We're on Celebration right now. We've sailed all the way. Let me just move this over here. We've sailed all the way down here, and if my navigation is correct, because of course in Wurm it doesn't show you where you actually are located. Okay, it stopped right. Oh, hold on. Maybe there's maybe this is a canal through. Let's see. Let's see if this takes us anywhere. This looks hopeful. Looks promising. And so if we're looking at the map, we need to get to this area, and hopefully we're right here right now. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, Madnath, I don't have a ad blocker currently. I did have one time long ago. So we did come through, guys. I think my navigation skills are. Oh, there's an old troll after us. Well, thankfully I'm on a bridge, but now that bear came to swim after us. So we came through. I think I'm sort of understanding where we are. So let's just have a look at that map. Hold on, I'm gonna have to actually. So it's just above. Let me just have a look here in Photoshop one more time. Just to look at the... I can't see it so clearly on my other monitor. Let me see now. To get that exact correct spot. Let's just zoom into this now. So, and let me put a marker actually here on the map. So, just... zoom in. So we need to get to, there's the lake, and then there's this little, so it's right there. Right there. Perfect. Now I can shut this actually. Okay, so we just came through here, so we're just gonna sail down a bit and see what we can see over here. Oh, hold on. We have to go around. So this is an area I've never seen before. I've never been to this area. Lots and lots of brown bears in this area. My goodness. They're just all over the place. Zevi's bear revenge. Must be. Karma's coming to bite me back. And look at that mountain, guys. What the heck is going on with that mountain? That is the pointiest mountain I think I've ever seen in Wurm. What the heck? And what is somebody trying to do? Are they trying to cover the entire mountain with, like, to terraform it, or to, like, change it all to sand? I mean, that would look pretty cool, actually, like a sand mountain. That would be very, like, unique looking, wouldn't it? It looks like somebody's trying to turn it all to sand. So, for those who are new to Wurm or don't know too much about Wurm, not only can you terraform the ground, like, adjust the height of it, but you can also change the biomes, the tiles of the world as well. So somebody has... It looks like they're trying to turn this entire... What's at the very top, actually? Let me just use my spyglass. Hold on. Spy. I see something at the very... Oh, it's just a couple of bulls up there. Venerable diseased bull. So there's a bull at the very top of it. And he's probably diseased because he's next to another bull and he hasn't had anything to eat. There's no grass on the mountain at all. What the heck is he doing up there? Interesting. Oh, venerable hardened goblin. Let's go kill this thing. I've never seen a grey goblin like that. Let's see how well I fare against it. Cash, I do actually have the cloud version of Photoshop as well. I just prefer the old PS6 myself. CS6 I should say. I just find it much more... The physical feel of it feels a little bit more agile, and I can't put my finger onto it. It could be just because my computer is so old. It's 7 years old. So maybe it just takes up less memory than the cloud version. But sometimes when like software is taken forward and it becomes more and more complicated, heavier and heavier, and sometimes just the lighter, older version feels nicer. That's kind of the situation here. I mean, I have the cloud version installed in case there's any like future of it that I really, really need to use. But I prefer using the old one. Oh, I see. You've never even used that version. I see. Okay, so let's see if we butcher this guy. And my butchering knife is probably actually in the ship. Hold on. Let's see if we get a skull off this guy. Yay, we got a skull. Yeah, they must have changed it, guys, that you can actually get skulls super easy off those goblins these days. I mean, in the last week's stream, I kept on marveling at the fact that I kept on getting skulls, but it seems like it's just like normal these days. Interesting. I could swear that it was very hard to get back in the old days. Now. So hold on now. Let me just get my head around like this location. So let me just stop for a moment. South. Okay, so we are facing south. We are facing south. We've just come out of here. And that bridge, I'm assuming, goes across there. So let's go under it. And there's a big mountain right there, which we can see in the background. So I'm assuming I'm going in the right direction. So we need to go down and then left. And there's like two bridges. It's almost like two people competing. Like, first thing that comes to mind is like two people competing for who could get a bridge across first. And Mr. Loggy, you were asking, like, how can you find your way home if you get lost? Well, basically, you just have to figure it out, and that's part of the fun. Really, is you just look at the landmarks. Do you see any tall? Yeah, this spike right here. For instance, this mountain right here is very clearly this thing here, right? So yeah, we're passing exactly what I thought. We're passing this point right here, and we're gonna have to turn left to go into this area over here. So Cash, you were asking, do you need any resources for building and terraforming? Yes, absolutely. So, well, terraforming it is sort of with terraforming, all you basically need is a shovel. So, so I can just show you about terraforming. Hold on, this seems like a good spot. So this is probably wild land. I don't think anyone owns this bit of land, so I can absolutely go and just do a little experiment, and I will of course fix it. So for instance, here are some roads. Of course that has a highway. I'm not sure if highways, let me just dig from here actually. So I have a shovel equipped right now, and then if I just dig from this spot, that's because it's because the rock. Okay, hold on. Let's go over here. Let's just dig this spot right here. So now you can see I'm digging. So to make the ground go lower, you simply go to the meeting point of 4 tiles. So there's a tile, there's a tile, there's a tile, and there's a tile, and I'm standing basically on their meeting point where they all intersect. And now we got a pile of dirt, which I can take into my inventory, and I can make something go higher. So that's how I make the land go lower, but then I can just drop this onto the ground and it will make it go higher again. And of course, I'm not sure, was that sand before? Did I just ruin their sand system here? I should try and fix it to be like it was before. Is there some sand here on the ground that I could, well, maybe I won't stress too much about it. These dirt tiles, after a while, the grass will take seed in the dirt tiles and it will turn to grass, but I can transform that back to dirt easily if it's undeeded land or else it's on my own land. And then for instance these tiles, so there's rock tiles here and they're covered by sand, but if I were to dig away at this spot, this intersection, you see how those intersect, the 4 tiles there? If I were to dig this spot right here, I would eventually reveal the rock from below. So it's covered with sand right now. Of course I could do that, couldn't I? And then I could just fix those tiles. So you can turn dirt tiles into sand tiles by just simply pouring some sand on top. So it just removed that again. There wasn't enough to go along. Again, I ruined one of their sand tiles. Well, nobody owns this land. This is free land right now, but whoever should have designed this little road. Oh well. Anyhow. But yeah, that's what terraforming is like. And then the rock tiles, those cannot be dug down with a shovel, but they can be surface mined with a pickaxe. So you could basically, like, if somebody wanted to completely flatten this mountain, but with a pickaxe, they could do that technically. It would just take years and years and years to do. I don't think anyone would be that crazy to actually do that. There's a whole party of like creatures up there at the top. What the heck are those guys up to? Let's just have a look. Spy up there again. Look at them all. There's like tons and tons of bulls and sheep. Starving bull. What are those guys doing up there? My goodness. Crazy. So if somebody builds a new mountain, says Mr. Laggy, will it show up on the map? It won't be updated to this map. However, so this is just obviously a graphic. This is just a PNG. It won't be updated to that map. However, what the Wurm team does is it publishes these dump maps every few months where you can see the effect. So it's like a screenshot of the geometry of the server, and it will show how people have terraformed the land. So they publish those every few months, and they're super interesting to see. Yes, Cash, building a mountain would absolutely take years and years and years, but it's technically absolutely doable. I know, Ascorbic, yeah. As old Wurm players, we know just what a huge amount of work that would be. Yeah, if you were to make it out of dirt, because then you could just pile the dirt up and then do the leveling, you know, to get it up. But if you were to do it out of rock, you would have to use something called cement. I think it was called cement. You would have to add cement to the surface of the mountain, and making cement, gosh, I forget now if the word was cement or not. Something like that anyhow. That would just be really, really tedious. So somebody has dyed a colossus, and it's actually a rare one as well, so it's sort of all glowy. You can see that light sort of changing. Looks pretty wild. I think that's the first time I've ever actually seen a dyed colossus. So these colossus are something that are very, very tedious to build as well. Take a long time. I've never even built one myself. NSA, the animals are up there because they have heard a rumor of global warming and giant flooding, but Noah's phone is switched off. Concrete, yes, concrete. Yeah, I always confuse the cement and the concrete words. They basically mean the same thing though, right? Oh, you've built 3 of them yourself, Ascorbic, right? It's not that bad? Yeah, I haven't even tried. There hasn't actually been a Colossus like model that I was much of a fan of yet. So maybe one of these days when they bring one that I really like, then maybe I will do it then. So we are now entering, let's just have a look here. We have just entered this bay here, which is perfect. So we'll go and park the ship over here and continue on land. And actually, that's probably part of somebody's deed, so I'm just going to park over here because we have to unload our creature from the creature cage. We have a horse with us, so let's just park over here. Like so. We have a horsey inside. And then we're just gonna tame the horse so we can put a saddle on him. Let me just get some grass here. So you can, the way you tame animals in Wurm is you try and lure them to become docile with some food. So I have a bit of grass here in my hand, and I didn't succeed yet because my taming skills are really, really crap in this game. And this might be confusing for some of you who don't know too much about Wurm. You might be thinking to yourself, well, Cats, how is it possible that you have crap taming when you have so many horses and animals on your island? And the reason for that is because animals actually, if they're these kind of like horses, cows, sheep, and so forth, you can just simply take a rope and lead them from the wild. But then there's like animals that actually have to be tamed, like a wolf or a bear, that's not a domesticated type of animal. And those actually have to be tamed to be able to lead them. So we got the horse tamed. Let's just put the saddle on him. Or is it actually a her? It's a she, it's a mare, okay. So we got the saddle on and we'll just hop on and just make sure we also take some food with. Oh, I need to actually, hold on. I need to actually load this creature cage so somebody doesn't steal it. Let's load it back onto the ship. And then also grab some food. And is there any tools I want to take with me as well? So, and also let's eat a little bit before we embark on this adventure. Food. How much does that weigh? 18.5. We could just grab the whole thing, I think. It doesn't weigh. What's my total weight? 27? That's hardly anything. We can totally take that with us. Let's just take the whole thing. Good. And I think we're good to go. It looks like somebody called Jolon has waved at us, so let's just wave back. Good. And let's try to figure out now. We need to get up there somewhere. So let's head over here and just check out this deed that we saw. And right now the game, like, I'm not a fan of how Wurm looks when... That's a huge place. Let's go and investigate that as well. I'm not a fan of how Wurm looks in the fall so much. I'm not a fan of these red trees. It kind of looks scruffy, I think, in the fall. The grass doesn't look so nice. But the winters are absolutely beautiful. The spring and the summer are absolutely beautiful. So, we'll... Oh, is this the guy that actually waved at me? So let's just have a little chat with him. Let's just wave as well.
Hello.
Good day.
Hello.
Is that a female or a male? I'm gonna have to have a closer look. That's a female, isn't it? Good day. Just exploring the area. Is this your place? And do you mind if I have a little look around? Happy digging. Let's see if we can get through here. Okay, that's locked. Where's that? Did she open it for me? She might have actually opened it. No. So let's just have a look around at what we can look at. Seems like there's some fancy schmancy place up there. I like the banners are beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful banners. They have a whole bunch of wagons. That looks kind of cool with the slate and marble combo. That looks pretty stylish, actually. Oh, it's a path of knowledge tile over there. No, Cash, that was not my character. My character, so it's a first-person view. So that person that we saw in this view, that's actually the person who lives here. That's quite a place they have. And they have a little pool going on here. Oh, so they can sail into the mountain. So this is a mine opening, and they can come through this little gate here and sail right into their mountain, it seems. So, Du Jensen, right now I am at this spot right here. So we're actually very close to our destination as well, by the way. We might as well just walk through, right? And Madnath, you're gonna have to wait patiently for the day that you and Fab can show me your deed. It's gonna need some proper cleaning. Oh dear, has Fabricant had been naughty and just placed a whole bunch of weird crap all over the place. So this person, I wonder if they own this area as well. They have a whole bunch of livestock here. And here, of course, is that beautiful marble texture that you can pave with. You just can't make floors in your house with this texture. It's so sad. It's so sad, guys. So sad. So, Cash, what is at the destination? I have no idea. So, Cash, when we first started off, I can just show you what we were actually doing. So, we had this kind of like, this map here, and when we first started the stream, we pressed the button and it chose a random location on all the maps. And that one that you see in the bottom right there of the stream, that is where we ended up. That's where the marker ended up. So we're off to see what is actually there. I've never been to that area, so I have no idea what is on that marker spot. Boy statues, is that what's the problem at their deed, Du Jensen? Madnath, the corpses have been your duty. He's been off deed for with the jackal stuff, right? This looks really nice with the mountains on either side like that. I mean, I know of course it's nothing special, but it gives a kind of cool effect with this long road and having mountains on either side. No, Cash. It's totally exploration. Absolutely 100%. See, the thing is, Cash, the problem with this game is that, it's a blessing and also a curse that you end up spending actually a lot of time just building your own house and your own deed and your own town or whatever you decide to do. You work on your own projects and then you never actually go out and explore so much. At least I don't. I don't do it enough. And I was thinking this would be a fun thing to stream, and also at the same time I get to explore and see what other people have done out there in the world. So, hold on. Let me just check the map once again. So we have clearly entered this area right here is the steppe area we're seeing over here. So we sort of went past the point that we were supposed to go, and there's a very sharp mountain, and it's up against a very sharp... that is probably the sharp mountain right there. So since we're gonna explore. Let's actually make it our... so it's along the side of this... it's along the southeast side of the mountain. So let's do this, guys. Let's make it our mission to get to the top of the mountain. We'll go past that point and see if I can actually get all the way to the top. We do have some booze with us. Let's see if we can do it. That might be a nice little challenge, and let's see what the view looks like from up there. And I'm not too scared of the monsters, as I'm kind of okay with fighting these days. It is a bit of a problem that, well, I don't know. I don't have too much weight. Let's try and get to... we have to make a plan here. What's the best way to get up? I think probably the wisest thing is to try and get to that even area up there first. So let's do that. Let's actually just hop onto the horse one more time. So anyone who has not played Wurm too much or doesn't know too much about it, you can explore the land seamlessly. There are no invisible walls. There's no... the game will not, like, you know, transfer you to some sub-server. There's no loading screens. Even when you go down into the mountains, and that, by the way, is an aggressive hell horse over there. They're okay. They won't attack you if you don't get too close. They will, though, if you get really close to them. So I'm just going to stay clear of that guy. And to ride those, you would actually have to be able to tame one. So those are like special horses. They're quite aggressive. What was I going to say? Yeah, so you can explore the world seamlessly. There's also an aged troll up there. You can explore the world seamlessly. Oh, I hope that hell horse is not dreaming of coming up here. So let's put on climb mode. And we'll just start heading up this steep thing and try and get to the top of that. But what I was going to say is that, yeah, you can explore seamlessly, but there is this kind of restriction that, like, of course, when you're going up a very steep hill like so, you will start to lose stamina. You see how I'm losing stamina? And once I lose all my stamina, I will just drop down back. I'll roll back down the mountain, and if I'm very high, I'll take a ton of damage. Now, luckily, I have some booze with me, though, so I can just drink some booze, just the tiniest bit of booze to get my stamina up. So we're going to do that at this point. So let me see now. Where's my booze? It is here. So this measuring jug is set to, let's just make sure and double check, it's set to 1 gram. And we're gonna, hold on. Is it so that I just drag this over here? Yes, okay. And now when I drink this, you see the stamina went up a bit. We're gonna put some more in there. And the amount that you drink, it has the same increase of stamina. So that's why I have it set to 1 gram, so that I use as little as possible, because... Is there anything attacking me? Okay, the troll, I think, might have noticed me. Let's just go up a bit higher. Okay, I'm gonna have to get my stamina up a bit more. I should probably make a keybind for drink. Let's just do that. I wonder if there's a keybind possibility for that. Ctrl-Alt-D, for instance? No, it won't let me. And the nice thing about the booze versus using those sandwiches, from what I've heard, like I haven't experienced it myself, but people have told me that a lot of people use the special sandwiches to do the same thing as I'm doing here. But the problem is, I guess, with the sandwiches is then you become full up, right? But with this one, you can just endlessly drink the booze to get your stamina up. Okay, we're almost at that spot. How is the troll down there doing? I can't see the troll. He's gone off somewhere. And the animals in... so you might have noticed that troll was walking around. So animals, they walk around like sort of aimlessly. So they don't have particular spots that they're tied down to. So you can actually lead an animal. You could kite it all the way to the other side of the server if you wanted to, and it would stay there. They don't start to like go back to their original spots at all. Okay, here we go. Let's go up this thing. Can I make it all the way up before I... Maybe just one more. I'm almost up there. One more, just to be on the safe side, because sometimes it feels like even if you didn't go all the way to the end of the stamina, you sort of fall down before that anyhow, so I don't want to take the risk. Okay, we got up here, guys. We got up to this point, and there seems to be a road that just ends at nowhere. There must have been like a deed or something up here. Excellent, so we got up to this point. Very, very nice. And something that's quite cool about when you're actually riding a horse is you can't drop down. You can go to the edge quite easily, and same thing with if you're on a cart or a... And now we can actually see inside of this place as well. Let's just use our spyglass, actually. Let's use our spyglass and have a look and see. So we were down there, and there's that lady who was shoveling. So she has more animals at the top, some hell horses, some... yeah, hell horses basically. And she's got this very deep area over there. Little does she know that I'm spying on the insides of her place. Yeah, Madnath, gosh, I can't remember now. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to remember now who gave me that booze. It was when I first started streaming. Could it possibly be Timowitch? I'm not sure. Somebody sent me that booze. It was a very friendly soul. Might have been Timowitch. I'm not sure. But yeah, we got to this area. Now, I'm very curious to see, like, why do they have a road that just ends here at the edge of this mountain? Like, perhaps somebody had a house in this spot and they just had this gorgeous view of the world. I mean, what a beautiful view to have with your house, right? I don't have my archaeology stuff with me right now. If I had my archaeology like equipment with me, I could actually study, for those who don't know too much about Wurm, I could actually study the ground to see who has had a house here, like who has had a deed up here. And we could check to see if somebody has actually lived here. But yeah, that's quite a view to have. Quite a view indeed, my goodness. Beautiful. Okay, but let's go up higher and see what we have here. And there does seem to be... Oh, I was going to say that there seems to be a road down, but actually there is no road that goes down from there, at least. So what do we have up here, then? And that's just goes to nowhere also. They do have some flattened areas, like so clearly this has been a deed at some point, but just is not anymore. Oh, and there's a spider. Might as well kill that off so it doesn't harass me. Spider just doesn't want to go down, does it? There we go, finally. Just double checking to see if there's any recipes. So there's a whole evened out area over here, actually. Let's just investigate that a little bit. This would be a beautiful place to live, though, up here on the side of the mountain. I'm sure that these trees were probably chopped away before, but they've just grown back in. So maybe they had some, like, you know, maybe they had some crops here on this leveled out area, or maybe some houses. But it clearly seems to be a long time ago. But that's a great spot. Like, if somebody wanted to take over that spot and just build a house there, what a beautiful view. It would just be a little bit of a pain getting up there. There must be some practical way to get up. Maybe a tunnel or something goes from inside the mountain that has just like closed off, you know, over time. Maybe there used to be a tunnel opening right here or something like that. And another spider. Okay, so this also just ends at a dead end right here. Interesting. So I have to assume that this had a tunnel opening at some point. I'm almost tempted to go and get my... Did I take my pickaxe with me, actually? Do I have my... I know I have it at least in my ship if I don't have it. I do. We could try and, like, mine in and just see if there's, like, a mine inside. We could try. I have a sneaking suspicion this has been a tunnel opening right here. It just looks like it. You can also see, just looking, yeah, this has been. You know how I can tell? Because the upper tile edge is even. You see how it sort of, the edge doesn't go smoothly. Instead it goes straight and then pew, upwards like that. Let's just tunnel into this thing and see what happens. Let's just change this one to M for temporarily and see what happens. We might find an abandoned mine inside. Hello, Filio. Nice to see you. How are you doing today? So, Filio, today what we've been doing today is we picked a random location here on the Wurm maps. We ended up... So last week when we did that, we ended up right here and we went to see what was there. And today we ended up on Celebration right about there. And so here we've just arrived to the area actually, and we've found an old deed. I'm gonna mine into this just to see if there's like some kind of tunnel inside. I have a sneaking suspicion that there is an abandoned tunnel. You know, over time, Mother Nature has just taken over and it's shut off. It's collapsed the tunnel opening. That's why there's not one anymore. But I have a feeling that once we mine into this a bit, there's going to be a tunnel inside. Let's see. So I have to mine away at this about 50 times, and then we will be able to open it up. Yeah, Filio. So these are all the PvE servers put together. Okay. So the server I play on is Xanadu, and I've just like taken all the maps and I've put them together. And you can sail over to the different servers just by on a ship. You can sail over the server border. So I actually live here on Xanadu down there. So I sailed down and it crossed over into Celebration. You can plot which server you want to end up on. And Johnny, you always wanted a house in a place like that, but your problem is getting up there and down every time. Yeah. I mean, it's a beautiful spot. Like, it's free for anyone who wants to take that spot. It's just like, you know, how to get up there. And I have a feeling, that's why I'm like tunneling into this thing, is because I have a feeling that that surely they must have had a more practical way to get up here. And I have a feeling that there's an old tunnel that they used to get up to this spot. Surely that must be the case. And you're good to hear. Browsing between matches. Ah, Feral. Let me try that actually. Good point. Let's see what it says. Prospect. What does it say? It's actually on the event window. Hold on. There is iron and lead nearby, but it doesn't say anything about a tunnel. But I'm too curious to see still. Is it about 50 times? Like, I know to mine through one rock tile, it takes about 50 attempts. Was it the same for tunneling, guys? Does anyone remember? And Madnath, you attached another supreme plank to the large cart in progress, and it didn't turn supreme yet. Oh. So how many supreme planks have you added to it, Madnath? Around 50 for tunneling, do Jensen? Okay, thanks. And also, Madnath, if you make a cart or a wagon supreme, does it go faster? Is there like any practical use, or does it just look nice? It's about 9 rock shards to open a tunnel. Okay, let's see what the pile is like. How many do we have in the pile so far? 9. Oh, it was only the second so far, Madnath. Oh, right. So you're not sure, but you think so. Yeah, I have a feeling it's like, Johnny, I have a feeling it's not the amount of rock shards, but it's like just how many like times you mine away at it. We're already at 12 rock shards, so. Oh, and I should get my stamina up. Hold on. Oh, is that how it used to be? Hmm. Yeah, I've never stared at the amount of rock shards actually that drop from tunneling in myself. So rare, supreme, and fantastic cards all go 0.48 kilometers per hour faster. Interesting. Yeah, I've never actually tried to make a rare or like a supreme or anything like that a cart. Doesn't sound like it's too much faster though, is it? Oh, and that reminds me, guys. That reminds me. You know what kind of suggestion I want to make for the suggestions forums? What do you guys think of this? I think I've talked about this before on my streams, and it's not the most original idea. I'm sure a lot of people have had the same idea over the past. But you know what I would really like to see? I would like to see a new skill called sailing. And so anytime you were commanding a ship and sailing, maybe it could be that I'm thinking to myself, like, would the sailing skill just go up from simply sailing around? Because that'd be too easy to just, you know, automate, wouldn't it? It would have to be based on something else in the sort of sailing experience. Like maybe how... Oh, it was just the daytime changed a little bit. So maybe it would be that how many kilometers you would have sailed. Because of course you could automate that to some point. But anyhow, the idea would be, I'd have to think about that a little bit more, like what's the actual, like what is the thing that would which would raise the sailing ticks. But the idea would be that the higher your sailing skill, the more skilled you are at maneuvering a sailing ship in hard winds, or winds in general, that you would be able to maneuver through against like winds that are pushing you back, and that your sailing like speed would go up when you're going, that would like affect the pushback of the... Oh, there you see, guys, there is a tunnel inside. I knew it. I knew it. There it is. There's a tunnel inside here. So anyhow, that the wind would, and it seems like it's closed off. Okay, so at least there was an iron vein that the person came to get here. And it could be that this goes further. Let me just do a prospect on that quickly. Maybe that would take you down to the waters, you know, or to the ground level. Yeah, I don't see anything. Okay, I'm not going to mine any more than that. At least it was a satisfying feeling to see that there was indeed a tunnel inside. I have to believe that the person got up to this deed through the tunnel, that they have some tunnel system that goes down. You know what we could do, though? I know what we're going to do. You know what let me just see the settings here. So I have my my mine settings at the lowest. Cave detail low. If we put this to high, and it seems I'm going to have to restart the client. Let's just do that quickly. Because even though I was able to change it on the fly, it seems like it didn't actually like update the graphics. So I usually have the cave settings on the low because I just like to see the flat cave. But the default is probably like the medium or the high. And then it's all like rocky inside and uneven. And that means that it has the 3D geometry. So what we're going to do is we're just going to see the uneven cave, and I might be able to peek through the 3D geometry to see if we can see a tunnel inside. So now we can see that it's like all uneven now, right? You see that? It's not flat anymore. So let's just see if we can peek through the 3D geometry here at some point. Oh, hold on. There we go. So, oh gosh, what if I'm on my horse? Let's just grab... Where'd the horse go, by the way? Oh, there he is. Okay. Or she, I should say. So maybe if I'm a little bit higher on the horse, I can reach that spot that... Oh, hold on. I can reach the spot to peek over. Okay, so we can see a little bit. I'm actually raising my head here in real life, guys, trying to see over. Isn't that ridiculous? So we can see through the geometry a little bit here. I'm not seeing any tunnels though. Hold on. So I'm not seeing any tunnels. Or is that possibly a tunnel right there? That could be a tunnel right there, actually. Hold on. I have a feeling that there is a tunnel down there. Let's see if we can see anything over here. Okay, that doesn't tell us very much. I have to get off this horse because it's just too annoying to try and look through. The reason I got on the horse was to be able to see over this little spot right here. Okay, that doesn't say much. Oh, hold on. Okay, we can see that there is some kind of tunnel going over there. Oh, okay. It's just sort of like, it seems like the walls have closed in on that tunnel. There's a spot as well. Yeah, basically it looks like there is a tunnel here, that it did go all the way down. Let's see if I can find that spot again. That magical spot that we saw here. I think I have to be on my horses, by horseback to do that. Let's just have another look. Right there. So... well, it's not worth putting any more time into that because I'm certainly not going to start mining it through, but at least we saw that. I think there's probably some tunnel system going down through here, and that's how they got up to this place. But yeah, guys, there's a unicorn down there. So yeah, guys, I mean, like, if anyone is looking for a beautiful spot here on Celebration, that seems to be just a gorgeous spot, and there's nice, like, flattened out areas. Have a gorgeous view. Just look at this view. You have an almost complete, like, 360 view, except for the back here of this beautiful, beautiful area. And I'm pretty sure that there's some kind of tunnel system to get all the way down, and you could certainly do that yourself. Oh. Don't you dare, bear. I didn't untame my horse, so my horse is actually attacking the bear as well. Let's just look at the horse's... So the horse has some light bruises. The bear is still attacking the horse. Can I... oh, I didn't take my cotton with me, guys. It's in the ship. Shit. I don't know if there's any way to stop the horse from actually... Can I command my horse to stop doing that? Clear orders. I'm not sure. I don't have very much... Oh, that horse is dead now. Okay. That's fine. We'll just have to grab the saddle with me. And we're going to be going up the mountain anyhow, so it's not like I really need the horse so much anymore. So let's just grab the saddle. We have our Christmas saddle here. Take that with us. Poor horsey. And let's just bury both of them. Bury both of them. Because the thing is, we're going to be going up this mountain anyhow, so it's not like we can do anything with the horse at that point. It was just like it was one of my like extra horses that didn't really matter, so it doesn't really matter so much. Hello there, Carrick77, and welcome to the stream. And Derelict, hello. Baluobo, hello. Nice to see you again. I was so focused on this tunnel stuff a moment ago. I didn't even notice you guys had arrived. It's a dare bear. It'll keep attacking your horse. I see. Just gotta ride away. I see. Yeah. Oh well. Oh, a gravestone fabricant. I didn't even think of that. Yeah. Okay, guys. So let's take on this next challenge, which is to actually climb up this mountain and see what it looks like from up above. How much of this booze do I still have? Do I have like enough to actually do that with? I hope so. I actually have 2 saddles with me, it seems. Now, of course, what I could do... You know what I should... Can you put a saddle on a... You can't put a saddle on a bull now. If there would just be... And unicorns I cannot tame. If there was a wild horse here... You know... Oh, there's a cow. No, that's the bull. Yeah. No, hold on. You know what? Let's just grab that bull with us and take it with us. And there's a cow, actually. Yes. You can... I'm not sure if you can actually ride a bull. Let's just try. Oh, cow, you're not going anywhere. You're staying right with me. Let me see if I can actually ride a bull. I don't... You can ride a bull. Okay. So, the reason that I'm going to drag this guy with me, let's just drag both of them, is because if I get to a situation above where I really need to get stamina badly, what I could do is I could quickly just mount the animal. I'm not sure if I'll regain stamina if it's on a very, very steep slope. It could be that I simply could not do that. But just to be on the safe side, there's no harm in taking these guys with me. And I can also use them in case I get into trouble with some kind of mob attacking me. I can use them as like something to get the life transfer off. So let me just see, what is the best point at which to travel up there? I guess it's pretty much here, right? Let's just make sure we've eaten our food here, make sure all our stamina and everything is good to go. Let's eat, drink, make sure everything's good. Okay, and then we're gonna start climbing up. And let's see if we get up there. Hello, Timowitch. Thank you so much for the subscription. Nice to see you. Hey, I have a question for you, Timowitch. Wasn't it you that sent me that orange gin back when I first started streaming? Was it you or was it somebody else? I could swear it was you. Because I was wondering about that a bit earlier. I was actually talking about you just a little bit earlier in the stream, wondering whether it was you that sent that over back way back last fall. And hello there, Obvious Sponge. Welcome to the stream. I love your username. So we're on a grand adventure today, Obvious. I usually am doing stuff around my island, but we chose a random location here in all the Wurm servers. We pressed the button and it ended up on that marker that you see in the lower right of the screen. And so we're here at that point right now, actually, and we're gonna climb up this mountain and see what the view looks like from up above. Sipaku, oh no, the eye-licking bandit is on the loose, yes. And I have my trusty spyglass with me as well, guys, so beware. So I should start actually drinking this orange gin now as we go up. And let me just actually, hold on. Let's just get this all set up in a very, very compact way that we have our HP bar right next to us. And this right here. Let's keep an eye on how much I have. So yeah, I think it might have been you, Timowitch. If you make booze, then it was probably you. Because I could swear you sent me a barrel of this stuff. And today I'm actually using it. For the first, like, I did use it a little bit on my last stream, but I'm using this now. I didn't even realize what you could do with booze back last fall. I didn't realize you could regain stamina with it at all. And now we're actually putting it to good use, finally. Sipaku. I should make some medium goal. Let's actually, you know, I'm trying to look at these areas here to see what looks nice and even, where I could actually stop and rest. And you know what I have to be very careful of, guys, is that I don't drink this entire... I'm wondering if I have enough gin with me now to actually do this, to actually pull this off. We already went from 0.70 to 0.69. I should have probably taken more booze with me, right? How far are we now? I have a feeling that this is not the best idea. Let's see if we can get to those trees at least. $68. I don't think I'm gonna have enough gin with me, guys, to do this. I don't think so. I might have to just like I mean, the marker is not on the top of that mountain. It was only just up the mountain a bit, so we already like reached our goal. I was just curious to see if I could get all the way up there. If I could only get to an even spot and then just take a breather, that would be really good. So we're at 0.67 now. Hello, Stacy. Welcome back to the stream. Yeah, Timovic, I have the measuring jug set to 1 gram. So apparently you don't get like too drunk on it. At least somebody was explaining something like that to me. And so what I'm up to right now, and you like the music, Baluobo? I'm glad to hear it. So Stacy, what I'm up to is that, so in Wurm, you've seen my Wurm streams. I live on a little island here on the server of Xanadu, But I was thinking that, like, since all I ever do there is I build stuff and craft stuff, it must be super boring for you guys to see that in a stream. So I wanted to start these Tuesday worm streams so that I do like a random like exploration to various, because you know, out of all of these servers I've probably like explored only like a couple % of everything in Wurm. So this is a great opportunity to just pick a random location, press the button, pick a random location and go and sail there and see what that place is like. And the spot we got today is what you see in the lower right of the corner. And so that is where we are right now, actually. So we're here on Celebration right here. So, but since we already reached our goal, I'm still curious to see how that like mountain actually looks. So you see this very sharp, no, not that mountain, this one right here. That's this mountain, that sharp mountain we can see right there. I would like to see what the world looks like from at the top, but I just have to drink this booze to regain stamina, because if I run out of stamina, I fall down the mountain and then die, basically, and lose all my stuff. So I don't want to be doing that, right? So it's 0.66 left of the gin. Could we make it at least to those? Man, it looks like that could be a nice even area, but I'm not sure. And I'm rationing the booze out to just 1 gram at a time, as that will make it last longer. And with each drink, it doesn't matter how much you're drinking at a time. Even if I were to drink 5 kilograms at a time, it would still give the same amount of stamina boost. So 0.65 we have left. Yeah, what I was gonna say is, like, the worst thing that could happen here is if I drink that entire gin in 1 gulp by mistake. We're pretty high up now. The view is phenomenal. Now, fingers crossed that there's like an even area when we get to this little ledge here. And I also have to consider that I'm going to have enough to get down as well. This looks like there might be an even area that I can regain my stamina on. Might be. Let's see what the slope is. Let's activate our pickaxe. So that slope is 45, that slope is 36. Not quite. You have to have a slope of 23 so that you'll actually stay in place and that you won't slide down. So not quite. It's close though. I don't think I'm gonna have enough booze to get to the very top, guys. Or maybe we're almost there. Gosh, I should have taken more with me. Of course, I could surface mine a little spot down, couldn't I? I could do that. I have very high mining skill right now. What if we surface mine a little area here? There was 39 slope. Let me just get some more gin here. I'm going to surface mine a little spot so I can get a proper rest. $38. I think that's probably going to be that. There's 34 over there. Let's just surface mine this down. Hello, Destro. You knew it was a KatsPurr day. Greetings to all of you. Oh shit, what do we... We have an aged hell scorpion. Oh, thankfully it's like downhill. But it's gonna take my stamina actually, guys. I hope I don't end up falling down. It's actually doing more damage to me than I'm doing to it. But that's why I do have those cows with me, that I can use them for some HP with the life transfer if we end up in it. Oh my gosh, this is not looking good, guys. Shit. Just gonna have to spam this focus like over and over again. Thank God I'm higher up though than that scorpion. Oh, I almost was scared that I had drunk all my, like, my main reserve of the gin. So it's not actually letting me drink the gin in between a fight. I guess I could do a no target, couldn't I? This looks dangerous now. And do I just fall down once my stamina ends? That's the question. Or will it sort of let me stand in place? I just have to make sure to not move a single step. If it does go all the way down to 0, just not to move a single step and quickly drink some gin. It looks like I'm going to be able to kill this thing. So I can't seem to do focus anymore. It could be that it used up my stamina. Can I do a no target? No target and quickly drink some of this. I can probably do no target on that. Drink. No, it won't let me drink. Okay, the scorpion is definitely on its way to the grave though. As long... And yeah, I can't focus anymore. So you need stamina to focus, it seems. Now hopefully that thing just dies. And I think we're gonna be okay. We haven't fallen down yet. Thankfully. Come on, Scorpion. Die now, please. Oof. thank God. Okay, now let's drink some of this stuff. Oh, thank goodness. That actually freaked me out a bit, guys. And I forgot to take my cotton with me, as usual. I do have it in my ship. I just don't have any on me right now. So what I can do is I can actually attack one of the bull or the cow, and regain some HP that way. So we're just gonna do that. Let's stop bleeding that one and attack it. Because I have, for those who don't know, I have an enchantment on my sword that will transfer HP of lower level, like mobs. You see that? It's taking away HP from the bull and it's transferring it to me. So this sort of like heals me up. And that's why I took those, the cow and the bull with me. Let's just do it with the cow as well. Chabney, run, fall away! Chabney was wagering 20 katus on the scorpion. No! Oh, Chabney, you're never on my side. You're never on my side. Okay, we're kind of okay now, guys. So let's get back to this surface mining thing that I'm gonna do. Let's see. Let's see how easily we could get this done, actually. Oh gosh, it's taking so much. No, 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 no. No. Gosh. I wonder. Maybe. I mean, I do have very high mining. It's one of my higher skills. Let's just see how easily I could get this down. No, it's really taking a lot of stamina. I don't think that's the wise thing to do. No, we're not going to waste our orange gin on this now. I think we're now at 0.60 gin. I have a sneaking suspicion that we can make it to the top with this amount of gin. So let's just do that. Let's go ahead. Let's take the risk. Yeah, let's do it. Stacy, you were on my side until I killed the cow. I had to, though. I had to. And think of it this way, Stacy. Then the scavengers will have something to eat, right? Are we going to make it to the top of this mountain, guys? I mean, it's the same as in real life. You know, in real life, when you see like a hill or you see some beautiful spot and you think to yourself, yeah, I'm just going to go and explore that. And then it just seems like it's closer than it is. It's the same in Wurm. You have that same exact like feeling that something looks like it's so close. It looks so close, but actually that could be farther away than we realize. Well, actually, I can see the amount of tiles here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tiles to the top. That's not too bad. It's not too bad, actually. Maybe we can do it, guys. Maybe we can do this. If I could get to this area, which is not quite as steep, then it won't use up as much of my stamina either. If I only had a little bit more booze with me, then we'd be absolutely no problem at all. I wouldn't be nervous at all, but it's just that we have just enough here to actually get there. Let's see, what's the slope here? 56 slope. There's no chance of a rest up here, that's for sure. And we're very high up now. What a beautiful view. My goodness. .56 orange gin left. The thing is that the steeper the slope, the more stamina it uses up to get up. Or to climb up, I should say. So the problem is that that last bit is very steep, so it's going to use a lot of my stamina to get up. So 1, 2, 3 more tiles. 3 more tiles, guys. 3 more tiles. And of course, I don't know. It could be at the very top that there's not a single spot up there that is even that I would be able to get a stamina rest on. I wish I had like a wooden sign with me. I could have left a sign saying Malena / KatsPurr. KatsPurr was here. I should totally do that for a future... Oh my gosh, guys, why didn't I think of that earlier? For these like weekly explorations, I should totally do that. Every time we reach a destination, I should plant a sign there saying Malena / KatsPurr. KatsPurr was here. Absolutely. I mean, they decay over time, of course, but they, you know, if I make a very high level or high like quality one, it will last for some months at least. Few more tiles, guys. Can we do this? We have 0.54 gin. I think we can. Shit! I did the thing that I didn't want to do, guys. I drank like a whole bunch of it now. Shit. Oh my god, I did exactly what I didn't want to do. Instead of, like, now we're only at 0.34. Let me see what my karma is like right now. Karma. I have 3,000, and there's a spider down there. 3,162 karma. Town portal, 1,000 karma. You know what I could do? What I could do is I could use the rest of the booze to get to the top. And then what we could do is do a town portal over to Tap Dance, and I could come with my alt to come and pick up Malena and bring her to her ship. So my ship is parked right down there. And Tap Dance is the city here on this server. Maybe we'll do that, yeah. And there's a spider down there. Where did it go now? It's right there, actually. Aged greenish spider. Okay, that's what we'll do. That's what we'll do, guys. And thankfully we've fully healed. We'll use up some of our karma. And we will just teleport over to the town here. So we're gonna go and see tap dance anyhow, right? And sorry guys if I'm not following the chat right now. It's kind of like an intense moment. I'm just fully focused on this right now. So what's the lesson to be learned? For our next adventures, we definitely need to take much more booze with us. What's the slope? 60? Let's just drink a little bit more. The last thing we want is to just fall down at the last moment, right? And we could surface mine. I think at this point we could surface mine the top of this. So we're at the top of the mountain now guys. We're now at the top. Now the problem is that I just need to... I can't rest at all. So let me just surface mine this down a bit with the pickaxe. So we can properly just stand here and admire the area. And then we will have made a permanent change in this game. So when you terraform the land, you actually change it. Well, it's permanent until somebody else comes and changes it again, right? But for me to now, the cool thing is that for me to surface mine the top of this mountain means that if anyone else decides to come and explore the top of the mountain, they will have a safe tile to stand on, thanks to me. And it almost feels like this tile, actually this one is really good. Let's just see this one is probably the one to do. Yeah, let's surface mine this one right here. So that's 7 down, that one. And let's actually go, no, let's do this first. What's the slope of that one over there? I don't want to spend any stamina to go and see, but let's just surface mine this a little bit. Yeah, I don't dare let go NSA at this point. I wanna make sure I get it down even enough, just because if I let go of my climb right now, and imagine me just falling down, if it's just too risky. So let's just surface mine this a bit. Of course, I'm thinking to myself, I mean, those of you who are experienced Wurm players, do you guys think that actually climbing down would use up less stamina than going up a mountain? Because I still have 0.28 left, even after that mistake that I made. I'm just wondering if that would be enough for me to get down. It depends on whether or not it uses as much stamina to get down. If it does, then I can't really afford to do it. And Madnath, you're saying it will appear to go down faster since you're going down at a faster speed. Yeah, but what about the stamina use? if I die, I can spawn a tap dance and then use karma, but it uses so much more karma, right, to summon the corpse. I don't think... Do I even have enough karma for that, actually? Let's see. Summon corpse 3,000 karma. I have just enough. But it would be a shame to use up 3,000 karma just for that. I should probably do those missions, right? So that's 39, the slope of that one. I hate it how sometimes when you're surface mining, sometimes it will just get stuck for the longest time. And what I have noticed helps is actually moving over to another tile. Then it seems to sort of reset it. So, for instance, if I shimmy on over to this tile, it might start like surface mining it successfully down again. Let's see. 39. No effect whatsoever. Oh, I do have my refresh. I do NSA. I do actually still have my daily refresh. I do. But that's only gonna help me for a little bit, isn't it? Oh my god, it's not doing anything. I do still have that. Why in the hell did I mess up and drink a whole bunch at one go? By mistake. Why did I do that? Come on, surface mine. Work. Please, just work. It's not budging at all. Finally. 38. So we need to get this down to... I mean, I won't be comfortable until it's 23, to be quite honest. 37. And Zipako, easiest solution is to ask for a summoned soul from a priest in Freedom Chat. Oh, I didn't even know that there was such a thing existing. So basically I could ask for a priest to summon me to their spot? Is that correct? I didn't know you could do that in Wurm. Is it just a simple spell from them, or do they have to use up a special resource or anything to do that? Because I don't want to be of any trouble to anyone, you know? Just because of my crazy adventures. Right, so it was a recent thing when they did that huge priest revamp. Oh, interesting, okay. 36 down is now the slope. I think if I get it even to 30, I will be okay. I can probably let go of the climb at that point. So for those who don't know much about Wurm, to actually, when we were climbing up the mountain, I had to put myself into climb mode. That's the only way you can actually get up these steep mountains. And I'm still in my climb mode, and what I would like to do, but as long as you're in climb mode, you cannot actually regain your stamina naturally. And what I would like to do is surface mine this tile down so it's even enough so I can let go of my climb. And then that way I can regain my stamina fully, and we can just look around the view of this place freely without having to be scared of falling down. 33 now. Man, why didn't I think of the cats was here sign earlier? I could have even just made one actually on the way over here. Although I didn't have, I think, do you need some nails for that? I can't remember now. Cash. So normal spell, just high cost. .32 slope now. So the point at which it stops, at which you can stand without sliding down, is 23. Of course, this one over here is 3 slopes right now. This one is 31. Should I actually move over? Let's get this to 30 and then mine these ones down a little bit. Okay, that's 30 now. Let's shimmy on over to this corner over here. Oh, and I guess I could use the leveling, couldn't I? I should use the leveling. Good grief, why didn't I remember that? I think I can just level this thing, can't I? I always forget about the leveling. Oh, but I can't, because I would need an even tile, that's right. It wants to know what it needs to level to, that's right. Okay. Okay. Okay, what we'll do is, once this is evened out, I'm going to try and let go of climb and see what happens. Let me just make sure I have enough stamina here first. And let's see if that's enough. I could try, Sibaku. I could try the flatten. I almost drank the rest of that. Okay, let's see what happens. There's no flatten option, I'm afraid. And there's no option on the tile border either. Let's just get this one more down, and then I'll let go of climb and see what happens. Imagine if you had this option of like sending a pigeon somehow, and you could have somebody send a pigeon to me to fly to me to bring me some booze. Wouldn't that be cool? Like a courier pigeon or a dove. And I could just ask someone to send me some booze. And that just doesn't want to go down now. Like it's random. Sometimes it goes down with, oh, there we go, finally, okay. Okay, I think we're gonna let go of climb. Okay, good. I let go of climb. You saw my stamina go up. Oof. But of course now we can't see anything because it's nighttime. What is the time actually in Wurm right now? Time? It is... It's only the evening right now, so I was just gonna think, I was thinking to myself, like, what if I were to actually, you know, wait till the morning so that we could see a beautiful view here. I'm just thinking to myself, if there's something else we could do while we're waiting for this to happen. Let's just shut that for now. Shut that, and let's get to actually continuing over here. And I'm quite happy now with this. We have a nice reflection here. I just have to figure out, should I go to this? Let's just climb to this very highest point. Let's put honor climb and make sure that we don't fall down. Let's go to this very highest point. And then take the screenshots from up here. Right there. Okay. Turn off UI. And let's see a good, I think if the sun is about halfway, we'll get enough of the sky and enough of the ground. Or should it be a little bit lower, like so? Now let's start with that pointy one being right in the middle. And let's take those screenshots. So we'll just, I think it was F12 or F11 I should say, and let's just check that actually in, make sure that those screenshots are actually arriving. Wurm Online. So for those who are new to Wurm, the way you can find your Wurm screenshots, you press 11. The default is to press 11 to get screenshots, and it will save everything here in your Wurm Online folder under players and under the player name. And yes, it is saving it. Okay, good. So let's just take a whole bunch of them, and I'm just gonna move the camera a bit. And we'll patch them together in Photoshop with this stitch thing. I think it already did it, didn't it? It did. I think it already took enough screenshots. Yes, good. So we can remove the extra ones. So this one we can remove. Those last three we can actually remove. And then we will try this Photoshop thing that Cash was talking about. So let's see, how does this work? So do we open like one file? How do you do this? So from file menu, open as, I'm not sure. Import. Photo merge, here we go. I've never used this, guys. I've been using Photoshop since the mid-90s. I've never used this feature. Then browse. And then let's go to Wurm Online, players, Malena, screenshots, date modified, and all of these ones. Okay. And auto, I guess that would be perspective. That compensates for the perspective, I guess. Let's just try the auto. Let's see what happens. Interesting. Whoa. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. How handy was that, guys? Oh my god. Look at what... How handy was that? It did a perfect job. Oh my goodness. And then all we have to do, if we want to, we could just crop this. I mean, I could fill that stuff in as well. I could fill it in as well, just with, you know, doing it myself by hand. Let's crop it around there. Let's put these all in their own folder. Or let's just crop the whole image, actually. Like so. And let's just take off the UI. How handy was that, Cash? Thank you for talking about that. And checking like how to do it. Holy shit. How handy was that? It did a perfect job. What the hell? What the actual hell? I'm so amazed. That was absolutely worth waiting for the morning for. Getting this beautiful panoramic view. Thank you so much, Cash. Very, very cool. Very cool. Let's just save this. Yeah, that was very, very cool. My goodness. Photoshop is quite amazing. So, let's save this under the Wurm folder. Celebration. I think it's 2 E's. Celebration. There we go. Nice. Thank you so much. Very cool. So, photo, automate. No, where was it? Yes. So file, automate, photo merge. That's where it was. Oh, and I see Akash already said so. Okay, so that was super cool, guys. It was totally worth waiting for morning to get that. It's a nice memory of this little trip. And now, oh, we got a cow up here as well to come and see like what we're up to. And let me just climb back over to this tile. And I can turn off the climb. So now we can, just in peace, we can whip out our spyglass and just have a look at the view here. Just gonna load up a few of these spy actions, one after the other, so we don't have to keep on like turning it off. And can we actually see Tap Dance, the main city, from down here? From up here, I should say. I'm guessing Tap Dance is over there. Yeah, that is Tap Dance over there, isn't it, guys? Yeah, it's actually much nicer to just look at it zoomed out. Okay, so now we have to make a decision. What is my situation like with gin? I have 21 gin left. And you know, that looks so man-made, that spot right there, guys. That looks man-made, like somebody actually has a little evened out area there. But from here it doesn't look evened out, does it? Like if I could get down there and it was actually, and you see, I'm wondering, you see how that, like, it seems to be sort of like very, oh, it's not that symmetrical actually. That's 2 tiles, whereas this one is just not even one. Yeah, it's just 1 tile right there. So maybe it's just like a coincidence. Now, of course, one option is if I were to fall down, if I could fall down right into that mine, I wouldn't get as much. Oh my gosh, there's some huge spider down there as well. So I have 21 gin. Now the question is, can I actually make it down the mountain with 21 gin left? That's the huge question here. I could try, of course. And if it looks like I'm gonna die, then I could do the thing where I go actually over to tap dance. I use my karma. I could try. We might as well try, right? So let's just drink up and eat up first. Make sure we have all of our stamina. And what I could do as well is I could just pour the rest of the water out of my inventory, because it has been weighing me down as well, and I can just check and see. Let's pour that on the ground. Let's see if there's anything else I can just throw off that's weighing me down, because the more weight you have, the more stamina it's actually using. Yeah, I think the mixed grass we can also throw away. And I think that's about it. My weight right now is 45. Let's just throw this thing away as well. It's gonna decay away soon anyhow. The torch. I did make a torch, guys, just to see what that looks like, but I don't need that. Let's throw that away as well. Just anything we can throw. The satchels, I don't want to throw those. So what's actually weighing so much? How, oh, it must be those saddles. Yeah, the saddles are like, hold on, why is this? Oh, it's weighing so much because of the saddle sacks. Okay. So let me just put this in the order of weight and see what's actually weighing me down so much. It's definitely that saddle is the problem, but of course I'm not going to throw that away, am I? Okay, so let's give this a go. Let's see what happens. And we can throw that shaft away as well. Okay, let's give this a go. Let's see what happens and see if we can make it down. So we'll go back into climbing mode. Let's just have one last look up here. My first time climbing to the top of a mountain after almost 6 years of gameplay. And off we go. And if we can try and aim for that hole, if we fall into that mine, it will actually not be as bad. Gonna have to drink some gin. To get along the same, I think along the same like tile set really. We have 0.20 gin left. Hello Jay, welcome to the stream, nice to see you. How are you doing tonight? We've had an amazing adventure tonight. We picked a random location to go and investigate. We ended up here on the celebration server, and then we climbed all the way up this mountain to see the world from the top. And now it's just the problem that we have to get down, and when you're climbing, when you're in climb mode and you're going along very steep areas, you can see my stamina going down. And if my stamina goes all the way to the 0, I will fall down to my death, basically. And so I have to keep on drinking this booze. So any alcohol will just put up here. You can see my stamina going up a bit. And I just have to portion out these little bits and pieces of this booze to make sure that it lasts all the way down. And as you can see along the way, we actually ended up killing a scorpion as well. So how are you doing tonight? The problem is that we're running out of the alcohol, like quickly though. We have 0.17 left. I don't think it's gonna last me, guys. I could just try and fall into that hole, I could. And then summon my corpse like, was it Madnath saying that, or Fab, or somebody was saying, suggesting. And you're also exploring, but in Searing Gorge. I see. There was a cave, but the entrance is walled, and there's a hill there, but it had an invisible wall. Oh, really? So you're doing some mountain climbing, are you? I think I know the one you're talking about. Isn't it in one of the corners of the map? Like the southwest corner, perhaps? Is that the place that you're at? Gosh, why didn't I take more booze with me, guys? I'm gonna have to get into brewing, like, and learn how to make booze in Wurm. I mean, this was sent to me as a gift. So, once I run out of this orange gin, I'm gonna be totally, like, messed up from my adventures. Unless, of course, I could buy some off a player. So we have 0.15 left. You see how the stamina goes down much less now? Because we're not on such steep land anymore. The steeper it is, the worse it is. The faster it goes down. Now, if I could only fall into that hole, I think I'll be okay. We're just gonna keep on drinking this as much as we can. And maybe we can actually make it. The problem is I don't have any cotton on me. I do in the ship though. So if I do fall almost to my death. Well, I do have some healing covers in my backpack though. That's a good thing. How much do we have left now? 0.13. I mean, I know it doesn't look steep, but actually, we're on a super steep. See, now when we look at the side view, you can just see how steep this is. You see that? When we look down, it doesn't look so steep, but it is actually very steep. 0.12 left. I think we might actually make it, guys. I have a feeling we will. Yeah, I don't know, like, when you fall into a mine cave like that, I'm not sure why it is that you don't take as much damage when you fall into it. That's the whole thing, is that if we fall to our deaths, if we fall somewhere outside of that hole, we'll take tons and tons and tons of damage. But if we are able to make it into that hole, we will only have taken damage from all of the bumps that we do all the way down. Hello, Buddha, and thank you so much for the subscription. Yeah, Buddha, so just for you to catch up, like, what's been going on. So let me just show you the map. Hold on. And thank you so much for the follow, Farah. Let me just go here. Wurm. I will show you this map, Buddha. So, Wurm Online. And then random map. Yeah, here we go. So we have this map. So we started off the stream today by pressing this button, which would pick a random location here on the Wurm maps. Last week when we did this for the very first time, we ended up on Deliverance right around there, H10. And this week the marker ended up here on Celebration right around there. And so today's adventure has been reaching that spot, which is actually, that spot is around there. And then I saw the top of this mountain and I was thinking to myself, you know, I have some booze with me. I wonder if I could climb to the top of it. So we used up most of our booze to get to the top. We took a nice panoramic image. Do I still have Photoshop open? No. We took a nice panoramic image up there, and now we're trying to get down. I still have 0.10 orange gin left. So I'm just trying to use this and hopefully we can make it to that hole right there. And I was just explaining to these guys, like, how you don't take damage from falling down into the hole, but I will take damage from sort of bouncing down the mountain to that point. And we're very steep now. I mean, you can't really see how steep this is, but it is. So I have a feeling, guys, we're actually going to make it to that hole. I do feel. The only thing is that the gravity might pull me off to the right. I'm not sure. And that's over the hill of one of your old deeds, really, Buddha? Because we were admiring, there's a beautiful old spot where somebody has clearly had a deed. I can show that in a minute once we get down there, if we get down there. And we were just admiring that beautiful spot. I don't know who has lived there. I don't have my archaeology stuff with me right now. Unfortunately, otherwise we could find out who lived there before. I think we're gonna make it, guys. I think we're actually gonna make it. 0.09 left of this gin now. We're just drinking 1 gram at a time. Trying to make it last. Now something to consider is we still have to get down this portion. That's another like steep area we have to get down. Oh, we're almost there, guys. I think we're gonna make it. Yeah, Jay, actually if you fall inside of a cave mine, it doesn't take any damage at all. So there can be a very steep like area inside a cave and you can fall down that and you don't... I don't know why it is like that in Wurm, but thank goodness it is. And some people actually use that to their advantage as well. We're gonna make it, guys. We're actually gonna make it. Easy peasy. Oh, there goes the last of the... Okay, there's the last of the booze, guys. And I still have my refresh. Let's remember to use the... Let's go to the very edge of this. Very edge. Do I use my refresh here? I mean, I could just... You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna fall down. And we need to save the refresh for getting down this plateau up here. So let's just go a little bit to the left. Let's just get this out of the way. And hopefully... come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on. Go into the mine. Ooh, you see that, guys? No damage. Oh my gosh. That was the right choice. Ooh, and there's an aged greenish spider we're gonna have to tackle right away. So let's take care of this guy. I can't believe it. We just did it. What an adventure it's been today, guys. Oh my goodness. So, Buddha, you were a bit to the southwest of there, between the 2 small lakes. Aha. Let's have a look here on the map. So if we're right here right now, between the 2 small lakes. So, oh, here. Were you over here then? Let me just have a look at that. So, are you talking about this place? That looks like a cool place, by the way. I almost feel bad that we got to the top of this mountain. We should have gone down there and investigated further, but we actually still have to go and see Tap Dance. I promised Madnath and Fabricant we'd go and see that. So I have not seen a Tap Dance after it was renovated. Oh, that looks like a cool area. Upper center. Well, I am up. I am up higher, so I'm not sure what you mean, Madnath. But I should be using my focus, actually. And Ascorbic, you live next to Buddha on Delhi. Well, what do you know? It's a small world in Wurm, isn't it? Okay, now I don't have any cotton with me. I do have a healing, oh, there's a troll over there as well. Okay, before I take on that troll, I'm definitely gonna have to... Well, we could try and, was it forage or was it botanize? Oh, this is new. No, it's not new actually. Forage for resources. I'm guessing it must be botanized for cotton. If forage does not have vegetables. Oh, it does have resources as well. I could swear it's like forage for the cotton, isn't it? Let's just see. Because when you're damaged, it's supposed to have a larger chance of getting cotton. And that troll looks like he's like sniffed me out. Do I have no, I don't have. I should make a keybind for this. Hold on. Forage. Let's put it from F3. Let's see if we get some cotton. I do have some healing covers in my backpack though. Oh, no, that's just the forage sound. I got scared by that rustling. We got some raspberry sprout. It was a long time ago. I got some cotton. Awesome. Exactly what we needed. Oh, look at all those bites. Oh dear. Thankfully I don't have too much damage, but if that troll comes along and you know, beats me up, it would be good to... Oh, it's not too bad at all. Only a couple of red ones. Easy peasy. Okay, good. I'm fine. I could have just let that heal up, but there's that troll down there, so didn't want to risk it. Let's just repair my sword as well. Okay. Now, and we still have the refresh, so we're gonna probably be able to get down this steep. So this is the place we were admiring, Buddha. We were admiring that somebody's clearly had a very beautiful like deed up here, because it's all flattened out, and just look at the beautiful view from up here. Like just a phenomenal view of all it, like, you know, the fact that it's like surface or this leveled out to this point, so they clearly wanted to have a view from, you know, a nearly 360 view with a beautiful view from down here. Okay, so now is the next challenge, is that we need to actually get down this portion. That's the thing. We need to get down over here. And well, there's a little bit of an even area right there. I do have a refresh, which is going to help to some extent. This looks like it might be... Is there any cave entrances? Something attacking me? Oh, here's that troll. Let's actually get on top of that that bull. Let me just grab that bull, actually. So I think I have to do a no target quickly. Lead. Can I get that bull so I can get some height? There we go. There we go. Gets a little bit of height on that troll. I'm not sure, like, it does help sitting on a mount, doesn't it? I do believe it's supposed to help. We're doing absolutely fine. So mounted gives 1 plus 1 CR. I see. Yeah, he's not able to damage me at all, really. Hardly at all. Thanks to the life transfer. And that was not me hitting. That was a family member. So Madmath, you're saying might invest in a super silver staff for grinding to 100 staff. Yeah, I don't know anything about those silver staffs. I didn't even know the game had such things. So there was no recipes, okay. But let's just take this this bowl with us, just in case we need it for some reason. And we should get that healed up a bit. Let's see if we're lucky enough to get another bit of cotton, just because I already used up that one bit of cotton. Let's see. Let's just forage and see if we can get a bit, because we want, of course, our stamina to be full up, because that red bit is now stealing away part of our stamina. So even though it's a tiny little bit, every little bit helps, right? And we got cotton again. Awesome. That was really good luck, actually. Oh my goodness, that sounds amazing, Madnath. So silver gives plus 10% damage to hunter mobs and their swing speed is fast. Add that to aggressive fighting, stands with good parry, and it's one of the best weapons. My goodness. That does sound good. And you use the silver staff as well, Timowitch. You feel very Gandalf-like. Okay, so off we go, guys. Let's try and get down. And I know we're probably gonna die, but yeah, we're gonna die, guys. This is like pretty self-evident. What's the slope on this thing right now? Can I like rest up at this point? I don't think I can. 20 slope down. I can actually. Oh. Okay, we can rest up here. Good. Because of course this was super steep, so it was taking a lot of our stamina, and this is not going to be quite as bad. Is there maybe a side view? This is very steep in this direction. Maybe if we go into this direction, it might not be quite as bad. Sort of try and do like a side, aim for this side area over here. And let's use our refresh in a moment. I think we're going to be okay again, guys. I think we are. And just hopefully that hell horse doesn't... Shit. Quickly refresh. Oh, jeez. Oh. Thank God. We did it. And that hell horse is thankfully not caring about us at all. We made it all the way down, guys. I can't believe we actually climbed to the top of the mountain. We were way up there, guys. Can you imagine? We went all the way up there. I can't even believe it now. We made it all the way. I cannot believe it. And we successfully explored our destination today. It was a grand adventure. I just had the greatest time. What a great time we've had today. Exciting, interesting, inspirational. Exactly, Timovich. And again, I'm sorry for that like slow moment where so for those who were not here earlier, once we got to the top of the mountain, I actually waited. It was in the middle of the night, so it was super dark. So we actually did some other things while we were waiting for the daylight to come, so we could get a beautiful view. And we had to do some like boring stuff in between. So that was a little bit boring to wait for that, but I will clip that away from the VOD for sure. I don't think anyone wants to watch all that like messing around that we did with Photoshop and stuff, and with Wurm Unlimited. So there it is, guys. We were at the top of that mountain, and that was the beautiful the deed that somebody has had at some point. Wow, that was crazy cool. I think this Wurm Roulette thing is just been the best choice ever. Let me just see my speed, toggle speed, 14.6. How fast do I go on this bowl? Only 7.9. No, the bowl has got to go. Okay, we're gonna set the bowl free. Off you go, bowl. Good luck. Oof, what an adventure. So, I'm gonna wrap up the stream now. Let's just get back to our ship. That would be kind of a nice way to always end off the streams. Is that my, that's not my Nar, is it though? That's a sailing boat. My Nar is over there. So let's get back to the ship, and that would be kind of like a cool way to end off these super duper exploration streams. It's over there, yes it is, okay. And yeah, next week this time, we'll do the same thing again. We'll pick another random location and see where it leads and see where we end up. And this time, so next week I'm gonna have to make sure I have much more booze with me. And I'll probably have to start learning how to make booze in Wurm. I've never made any. I don't have any skills in booze making, so I'm gonna have to learn how to make that stuff. Gosh, this water is so nice. There we go. We got back to our ship, safe and sound. So guys, I'm gonna sign off now. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight as we went on this grand adventure to Celebration. I wish you all a good evening, a good night, and I will see you all soon. Tomorrow I will probably be streaming some WoW Classic again. And I really need to do a Legends of Arya stream soon as well. The only reason I haven't is because I've been very busy decorating my shop, and that might not be so well, I've been actually more like gathering stuff for the shop, and that's not so interesting for you guys, but yeah, we should do another Legends of Arya stream within the week for sure. Okay, so anyhow guys, good night, and thanks again for hanging out with me tonight, and I will talk to you all soon.